are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
You have heard of me.
Yes, sirree, as always. I might be the worst host you've ever heard of, but you have heard of me. Welcome, everyone, to another drama-free nerd talk, nerd news, nerd nostalgia, the definitive nerdiest show on YouTube. We have a big show to get through everything that was at the State of Play, including some maybe more stuff if we get through everything. We'll cover the highlights and the low points and everything in between because it is Wow Wednesday. Greetings, travelers, whiz kids, and word players. It is Wednesday, which means it is Wow Wednesday once again. I am Wizard of Wordplay, the Wow of Wow Wednesday. How is everyone doing tonight? Let's say hello to the chat. Of course, we have Summer Swan here, dropping stars in the chat. We have Baki dropping stars as well. Victor the Lore Seeker saying hail and hello to the chat, and Series of Bats, who is here to drop the links to everyone's YouTube and Twitter. Roy Jin here as well. Man, that State of Play, that was a pretty meaty one. I was surprised. I was, normally those states of play are pretty dull, especially when, you're expecting a Bloodborne, you're expecting a Kingdom Hearts, you're expecting something, but, we didn't get what we necessarily dreamed of, but we got some cool stuff, and we'll go over at least 2 to 3 major things tonight because a couple of surprises in there. And I mean, we knew the Wolverine stuff, we knew that was going to be there, but that the God of War stuff that's been making some headlines, making some getting some heat, getting some heat a little bit, but mostly just grifters saying that Deborah is too ugly. Deborah Wool is too ugly. That's just crazy talk. Just crazy talk. And of course, don't want to play as a woman. Don't want to play as a woman, but me, I don't have such weakness. I took one look at that gameplay and I said, this is the Wonder Woman game that was denied. WB Games denied us, as we covered here on the channel, by canceling it. And we will go through all of that. We might even talk about the Tomb Raider game, where people are glazing the fact that Lara Croft is hot in that game. So, of course, one person's too hot, and the other's too ugly. And it's just the gamers, they are fighting over anything these days. But we will cover that as we get to it. Let's Jesker running, of course, a little late as he had a busy week, but that's all right. I guess I should talk about really my week was more or less normal. I did finish up some of that Lego Batman and just have to get the last of the collectibles. Definitely have to film the review for that, and we'll put all my thoughts on that. And overall, yeah, it was like it's a good experience, good game. I feel like it was missing something. Like it's one of those. It's not often you play a game where you could tell like they rushed this. They rushed this game at the end here. They did not have this completed when they put it out. Jessica will be here in a second. But yeah, so overall, it's like, yeah, we'll see what happens when they're going to have that DLC come out in September. That DLC is coming out like I think a couple days earlier, a couple days after Wolverine. It's like I'm not gonna. If it's after Wolverine, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna play Wolverine. I'm not playing that. So I'll have to wait a little longer to play it. But if it's before, it'll be something to tide me over. I do also want to hook up the old Xbox 360 and play that X-Men Origins Wolverine game on that. And might stream that, but I'm not sure. Haven't figured that out yet. But I was thinking of maybe doing some Tuesday night streams like on occasion and try to get in a gameplay or two of that. Could be pretty fun. And yeah, so there's that. And as well as got to go back into the Thor. Really got to do a Thor stream here at some point. Can't do it tomorrow because I'll be away all day, but definitely have to get back to doing that. But mainly it'll just be about how Mortal Thor right now is just kind of boring. And I really hope that if it picks up before I can do a show on it, then even better, because then it'll be like, yeah, it's boring for a time, but then it picked up and it tied it all together. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, overall, that's really all I got going on. Still working on more comic stuff. Hope to God to have stuff this summer for all that. Actually sat and worked on a trailer today, so that was pretty cool because I've been putting that off for a while. So slowly but surely, one piece at a time, and it didn't cost me a dime. It's not true. It actually cost me plenty of dimes. And if you want to donate your dimes to help fund my comic book and all future creative comic book projects, be sure to drop a Ko-fi for me, because any donation that is given to the Ko-fi goes directly into funding all comic book creative endeavors, now, past, and present, and future. So it would be very helpful if you would be so kind. But I understand if you're hesitant on giving money when there's not much around, but trust me that there will be stuff very soon. So, and if you sign up for a monthly membership, there is exclusive content available only for members on the Ko-fi, as well as early previews of the up-and-coming comic. And I hope to get more stuff put out there in the future, especially when I actually can announce everything. Yeah, so this State of Play, very surprising show, and this will be an interesting one to talk about. And we'll start with the Wolverine one, but I'll wait until Jesker's here. We also have Marvel Tokon's newest trailer where they drop some DLC characters, and they pick some good choices for some DLC. And why is my Stream Elements not dropping the Ko-fi link? Did it break again? Most likely. There it is. I thought I had a Ko-fi one. Odd. Very odd. Either way, it's also in the description of the stream. You can find the Ko-fi link there as well. Might as well fix it while I'm here waiting for Jesker. But no, so I'm really excited for the fall games, but as people pointed out, there's too many games coming out in like September, October. And it's just funny because everyone's trying to avoid Grand Theft Auto. And so everyone's like, "Oh, we don't want to we don't want to go up against Grand Theft Auto." I see the YouTube thing's a little fuzzy. Jesker is here.
Yo, what's good, bro? Let's see. My week, the Miracle of Life, twice over. I actually did see a movie about sheep, and let's see what else. I took a dump at some point.
All right. Speed running the weeks now.
Yeah.
Was Sheep Detective any good?
It was okay. You remember the movie Babe, right?
I never saw it, but I know of it.
Okay, so like how in that movie the animals can they talk in English to each other, they understand each other, but to the humans they just make regular animal sounds.
Yeah,
it's like that. I'm not. This ain't spoiling anything because this is in the trailers, but it's about sheep who have a shepherd that reads them murder mystery novels.
Mm-hmm.
And he ends up getting murdered, and so the sheep have to try and solve his murder by going around and kind of nudging the human characters in the right direction, oh, look at this clue, look at that clue, blah blah blah, to figure out who killed their shepherd. So that's why it's called The Sheep Detective. But I thought it was funny, man. I thought it was good. It kind of reminded me of Babe a lot. And yeah, it's a fun time. It's a nice little family film. There's if you want to go see something fun and cute and sweet with your family, go check it out. It's not a bad movie.
Good. I was a little interested about that because I saw the trailer before Mortal Kombat, maybe, and probably would, or maybe Hail Mary, probably Hail Mary, but maybe both. But yeah, and I was like, I haven't seen that. But they had free posters for it at the movie theater, and I didn't take any because I was like, I don't know if I want this one. But
it's got some really cute. I mean, I'll give one little cute joke. There's this little kid sheep who one of the lambs, when the human shepherd dies, he's always asking questions, this particular lamb, right? And he's like, I have a question. If humans end up dying, what is the meaning of their lives and why are they here to begin with and who created them? And then it because of this whole existential speech, and the other sheep are like, good God, kid, chill. But it's a nice little movie.
is it a good overall mystery, or is it obvious or?
No, I mean, there's a chance you'll figure it out, but I didn't figure it out until probably the last 30 minutes.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this state of play. This was a pretty meaty one. Like I said, this is a pretty good one. Probably one of the better ones they've had in a while.
Yeah, man. Have you talked about the internet's reaction to it?
I've touched on it, but we'll kind of go. Basically, we'll go through each thing. We're not going to go through everything in here because this is a long one and we'll be here too long. but we're gonna hit the highlights of at least Wolverine, God of War, and maybe Until Dawn,
Okay.
and then Tomb Raider possibly as well. I'm pretty sure that was everything that at least I'm in.
Okay.
So, unless you got something that you want to talk about in here that's not any of those.
No, I mean mainly I want to get to the God of War Lao Fei stuff because woo, buddy.
Yeah.
Yikes. Did that ever
let me know.
separate the sheep from the goats?
Yeah.
See what I did there? See what I
Yeah.
did there?
Let me know if there's no sound.
You're good.
All right, good. Yeah, this was, of course, the headliner that we all knew would be here. Was the yeah, just like already we see like this shot of him in Japan looks like I believe it would be Japan. It's just crazy. Like just this open world, like having Spider-Man level city with very low to the ground traversal is going to be crazy. The scale.
Yeah, man. I mean, just from this little snippet alone, you can tell, dude. Like this is going to be one hell of an experience. I mean, this like. And it's weird too because like we're so used to have like the big open city with Spider-Man or Batman, but
yeah,
you don't really think of it like with Wolverine. Like when you think of Wolverine, you're thinking of like
the woods and
the woods, more
army base,
something that's a little bit more linear, I guess.
Yeah,
but no, not this. Like this is going to be an interesting experiment. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, definitely an experiment. I do wonder how this will work if it is going to be something like maybe it is a very linear experience. Then we're going to walk out of this going like, man, I mean, like it makes sense, but I kind of wish I could have had some restriction on some of this, you know. And
but if it's not though, if this is similar to like an open city, like in Spider-Man or Batman. Like you got to think, Spider-Man and Batman have had like 20 plus years to like nail the formula down with the open city concept. With Wolverine, never really been done before. Heck, I think like you could see it done with Hulk. If you want to do like a smashing sandbox type of thing, but with Wolverine, this is definitely because Wolverine's not really, you know. Batman is kind of a public figure. Spider-Man's a public figure. He's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Wolverine's not. Like, you don't think of the mutants as being these public, I'm going to go around and save the day on a daily basis type of thing. They're kind of more, you know, subtle, hidden, doing their thing.
Underground.
Underground. That's a good way to put it.
Noxie's here. Hello, Noxie. Noxie, we will have some FGC stuff to talk about. Basically, I think it's right after this. But yeah, so this will be interesting. And like all this big skyscraper, like can we climb it or not? You know, what will be the thing? Maybe it's just this height is the cutoff. You know, you don't know. We'll see.
Hi, I'm Marcus Smith, creative director for Marvel's Wolverine. Today, we're excited to debut a new look at the game. To set the stage, Wolverine is in a race against time to rescue a group of kidnapped mutants before they're shipped off to parts unknown by cybernetically enhanced mercenaries known as the Reavers. However, Logan quickly discovers he isn't the only mutant attempting to save them. Let's take a look.
Let's see if we can find the one that got away. Redhead. Might be our only lead. Looks like she took off into the industrial park.
I just love you do gotta love the classic like gameplay demo, panning the camera down and then look up to capture this thing and like
oh yeah,
you know,
focus here. Now focus there.
Yeah.
Zoom in. What is that?
Because in reality, you're just leaping right off of this building right away.
Perimeter stable. Holding position.
God, that's so satisfying.
Yeah, the visceralness. I love that this isn't a stealth kill; it's an air attack. Because obviously, like the guard next to him heard it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it just like so bloody, like just
As it should be.
as it should be.
Should do another sweep. It's too quiet.
Like just to make sure that guy died, right? Like he pushed him off.
I mean, that would have been enough for a normal ass human. That would have been perfectly enough. But no, it's like,
Nope, leap and then just
I never leave a job half done, bub.
I like the interactivity with the environment. Like you knock a guy into some pallets. And stuff.
Daggum, son.
They got the Ghost of Tsushima clean the blade off maneuver. And then the blood slowly fades away, just like in Spider-Man 2, the damage fade away.
Shut it, freak.
Like, so that was Leech just then. And we'll see more of the Morlocks in a second, but he's like straight up just pulled from the 90s show. Like that is his 90s animated series design with the red hat and stuff.
Yep.
And he looks exactly like that. They like just one to one to.
Shut it, freak.
And the rest of the Morlocks are kind of like that too, who I recognize.
Ship's gassing off. Not today, Bob. The hell? Skullbuster! Up there! We need backup now!
Oh, just
Ooh.
so
Ooh.
So then we got the official reveal of Jean Grey, who had been leaked out for a while. I will say that it was among many of the leaks that had happened from the hacking that they went through.
And this is clearly, I mean, to me, this looks like it's clearly an older Jean Grey.
Yeah, it's definitely it's one who is of Wolverine's passing age, not his actual age, but
Well, obviously, but I mean, it's a more mature Jean Grey. This isn't like, oh, I'm a student at Xavier's Academy, Jean Grey. This is like,
yeah.
no, I've seen some shit, Jean Grey.
Yeah, and I thought I had bookmarked it, but I guess I didn't. But there's a moment in a reaction. No, here it is. Hold on, I got it. I did bookmark it. Swap this over.
Oh, who does that in X-Men? Oh my God, it's Scarlet Witch.
Oh my God, it's not. I swear to God, bro. Some of these fucking people, man. Some of these fucking casuals coming into my fucking mediums.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I did see a thing about how like MCU Wanda in the beginning is so Jean Grey more than she's Wanda. Like the whole like mental manipulation and the telekinesis stuff.
No, but the problem is okay, let's just go with that. All right. Why is it purple? Why is the orb purple and not red? Not scarlet for Scarlet Witch? I will say, for a fleeting second, when I first saw the trailer, I thought Gambit. I mean,
Yes.
that like just for a fleeting second, I had that thought, and then I thought, no, that's not Gambit's powers.
This fucking tourist.
But you know, Gambit's
Um,
kind of got in some medium. Gambit has like the purple. Going
Yeah,
on.
that was one of the things that I think it was in X-Men 97. Yeah, they kept Jean's powers being blue because in the original show they were blue.
Mhm.
But I know people like them when they're purple. But so here's Jean, and we get to see some combat of her. Now in the hacking, it showed a playable section as Jean, but as we'll find out, I think they removed that and kept Wolverine as the only playable.
I would have been okay with anybody saying Gambit like for the first couple of seconds there, because even I thought Gambit for the first couple of seconds. But you go and say Scarlet Witch. That's not
Scarlet
fucking
Witch, yeah.
Scarlet Aura. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like we'll be in a Jean Grey renaissance this year, like we are in the Cyclops one too. If you think about it, if she really isn't Spider-Man,
Yeah. Which, I mean, hopefully they start doing the character justice, because I feel like, especially with how she was handled with Dark Phoenix twice in the live action X-Men movies, I feel like Jean Grey and honestly Cyclops has also just been getting the shaft a lot. Take that however you want.
yeah,
And
really, you got to get him. You got to get her away from Wolverine. That's the main one. Like,
yeah,
don't do the love triangle stuff. That's over. That had its time.
I just hope they do her justice.
There you are, Red.
Jean? Is that you? Don't worry. You're not going anywhere.
Everyone shoot!
I like that for that moment too. There, you see the bullets that hit Jean get bounced like they hit a field around her.
Yep.
But now we get to see the combat actually be fast and not just reactionary. Do some special moves. Oh,
Son of a bitch!
Terry from Spider-Man 2 comes back. Unblockable. I want to know how much blood we can get on us. Like if we're fighting like waves of dudes, like look at this, he kicks the guy into the forklift and impales him.
What is this, Mortal Kombat? Shit.
Fatality. There was some game where you could do that, where they had like maybe it was X-Men Origins. I think they had like stuff in the where you could throw people into it or something. It was an instant kill. And there's different stuff in each level, but they had the same mechanic. There was something like that, but yeah, just like I want, like if we could paint the whole ground with blood and how many goons they can throw at us. And they're even brought back the suit damage from X-Men Origins. Like you can definitely tell that they use that as the blueprint, as they should.
Noxie asks, what are you guys' prediction for Ghost Rider's team?
Ghost Rider's team could be anybody at this point. Like whether they do like Midnight Suns or like just like I think they said it was gonna be Renegades, so it could be as simple as like, yeah, here's Blade and here's Moon Knight and here's Punisher, right? Like it'll be that anti-heroes. You know, it could be magic based people like Scarlet Witch and Nico Namoru, any of those guys. So Wolverine will be broken for MK, but Sub-Zero still beats him anyways. Baki back to the Sub-Zero agenda. And then here's the rage mode. And then they do the Ghost of Tsushima thing of highlighting just the blood. Everything else loses its saturation. What's nice too is that the combat's more grounded. Spider-Man, if you got him off the ground, you could do a whole hell of a lot with it, right? Like you didn't have to leave the ground, and everyone took more damage in the air, and you could dodge easier and stuff. But this is definitely just more grounded.
Yes! Let's go!
Yeah, so we see here more locks. This is obviously Callisto, played by the one chick that's in everything.
I was about to say, I've seen her somewhere.
Yeah, this is the girl from Jedi Survivor Fallen Order, the Master, right?
Yeah.
She also was Amanda Waller in Kill the Justice League. She was in Wolfenstein, New Order. She was in lots of stuff, and people don't like seeing her. People do not like seeing her.
She is literally an example of I'm every woman. It's like, well, yeah, you kind of are. You're in every fucking thing.
I think the real problem is that they always use her face as the model. If it was something where she just was doing the voice, like Troy Baker and Nolan North are in just as many games, right? Or 10 times more than she is. Jennifer Hale, you know? But they always look different.
I mean, that kind of goes into a larger debate about using the faces of real people for characters anyways. It's like, can we not just, I don't know, just design an original face? Like, do we always have to base it off of motion capture or off of somebody in real life? I mean, I don't think that's always necessary.
Yeah, and it's like, I guess because it's easier, because if you're doing motion capture, it you know, it's just like that. But so one important thing of note is that Callisto does not look like this in the comics.
No.
The leader of the Morlocks. She is normally looks like this. And so overall, like costume wise, they got it right. But she's just is this actress in everything. Like she just looks
in the comics, she always reminded me of the evolution version of Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
That's who she always reminded me of.
The remember, she also was Amanda Waller in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and literally just slap an eye patch on her and it's the same exact design. Like,
Jesus.
So that's the problem. I mean, like, she's good at her job, but
every woman.
it's uninspired, I feel like, to just keep making her look like every person. But some people write off this game immediately. Like, they're like, oh, we can't, it's fucking bullshit, we hate this chick, you know. And I'm just more like,
I'm glad she's getting work. I'm just tired of seeing her everywhere.
Yeah, she can look like different people. Like, it's fine. You don't
it's
have
like
to
with,
make her look the same.
It's like with Pedro Pascal. It's like I like Pedro Pascal. I'm not a hater of Pedro like Cynic is, but at the same time, I'm kind of tired of seeing you everywhere, dude.
Someone said that
takes me out of it.
I saw a picture of Pedro with his mask off in the new Mandalorian movie. And it was the picture of him when he first took off his helmet in the first season, then in the second season, and then in the movie. And it was like, I can't explain it, but these two pictures are Din Djarin, and this third one is Pedro Pascal. And if you look at it, it's literally his hair. When he first took his helmet off, he had just long, greasy, like, I've been wearing a helmet all this time hair. And then in the new movie, it's styled. It's got a fade. It's got, because that's his Pedro Pascal hair. So it's just like, yeah, just completely lost his character.
I'm just tired of seeing certain actors and actresses everywhere because it takes me out of it at a certain point, because it's like, well, I don't believe that you're a character. I just believe that you're an actor playing a character, which you are, but I should never see that. Like, I should believe I'm looking at a character.
Where the cybernetic cracker's kidnapping us. Why she's going to give you she looks like she's going to give you a lecture or something. She probably will. They'll probably do something about how oppressed mutants are or something. But anyway, so these other Morlocks, these definitely look like people, but I can't necessarily like pinpoint them. I know people said it was Toad with the goggles, but this doesn't look like Toad at all.
No.
And so I don't know if these are all Morlocks or if these are just other mutants. But I do know that there is another one that I caught.
Yeah, that'll work.
Motorcycle section.
Yeah, baby. I wonder how many
how
of these we're actually gonna have, though. How many of these?
Yeah, I know, and I
motorcycles
wonder how
are there?
linear that motorcycle was. Right, you had to drive off of the tree just then, but that was a very thin tree. Like this was, you can literally see
Yeah.
where the camera takes over for it, or the controls are
Well,
taken away from you.
I would imagine it's gonna be like the motorcycle segments in Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I mean, it could be our main mode of transportation traversal in the open world too. You know?
That's possible. That's possible.
Arkham Knight style.
Where are those mutants?
The old vehicle thing. There's a section like this in Legacy of the Dark Knight too, which is actually, come to think of it, was one of the things that whenever I'd watch that scene, I was like, this could totally be a Lego level, and it was the Dark Knight when Joker is in the truck, you know, trying to take Harvey Dent. That part.
Get out of my way!
That'll be so. That kick is probably the best thing they could add for this. Like just to kick people like that, it'll be so fun. Because Spider-Man doesn't have that. You know, he can kind of do it, but it's mainly web throwing and stuff.
Yeah.
And the Spartan kick was what was in the Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Valhalla, and that was always fun to just kick people off ledges.
You're mine, Shorty.
This is where they show the damage off, which is pretty cool.
Which you don't see enough of in these type of trailers.
Yeah. Like the metal skull and the metal bone and the ribs. Like that's just crazy. And then you have to hold the heel. It's like, Wolverine, get off of the things before you cut them. Stupid. Like, there's a whole truck that's pulling. Just stand on that part and cut them. What are you doing? Like, if this truck wasn't here, he would have lost the mutants he was trying to save. Speaking of the Dark Knight, the truck flip.
I was hoping for the redhead.
There's the suit damage again. Okay, so this lady right here, I'm pretty sure is like the old lady. Okay. It's hard to tell. Right here is Caliban, right? The one that can detect the mutants that he was in Logan. You know, that guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is the old lady from this hood right here that was like could control minds or whatever in that like first Morlock episode where they steal Cyclops and she was like covered in scorpions and stuff like that. And so I'm pretty sure that's who this is because the hood's the same. But Leech just got, even like without his jacket now with his shirt, like that is like the exact shirt, I'm pretty sure, from the 90s cartoon.
Let's get you guys out of here.
Are you a superhero?
Look it. I'm Wolverine.
Dude, did you see how many people I just murdered? I'm no hero.
And then title the patch costume, which looks like it'll be part of the story, but I'm not sure.
I mean, I could see that being some early part of the game, like where he's like undercover for some reason.
Or something. Or he probably is gonna go to Madripoor late. I assume it's later, and then he'll do the patch costume. This costume will be good with the blood effects. Getting the
Yarg, I'd be a pirate.
I'd be a pirate. The eye patch helps me draw better. Stab. Ooh, like,
People don't know it, but that right there was Black Cyclops, and you know, they were having an
dead.
argument about Jean Grey. That's what the fuck that was.
And then this guy, they named this guy, but I've never had heard of him. It's like Ewan or Yun or something like that.
Yeah, it's the name sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't know.
Yeah, something that's never been in the adaptations, I'm pretty sure. And the art that they had, he looked more modern. But I mean, it looks cool. He'll probably be a cool ninja fight. Look at this hairy guy here. Like, they did not skimp on the hair. That's for sure. The snowy forest.
Now, see,
Gotta
that's
have
what
it.
I think of when I think of Wolverine. We're
Yeah.
up in them Canadian forests, bub.
This pose here reminds me so much of his Ultimate Alliance loading screen. Well, actually, both of them. Loading screens. So there was this one. And this one. So like this one obviously is the base one. So you get the snow. This is Wolverine, right? And then there is this one where it's like he's cutting the terracotta soldiers or whatever, terracotta warriors, and it's like that's just kind of like that framing is what reminds me of that. What he's doing there. And Omega Red, another look at him. He's definitely like he's subdued compared to his original design, but you can see the elements like the shoulder pads and these like metal canisters and stuff. So he's got his 90s, belt and his canisters.
It's recognizable enough.
Yeah, he needs his gloves. I liked him with his gloves. Get a little bit of mystique again. Here's Madripoor. At night, this will be, if we can go over here, that'll be pretty crazy. Just have all of Madripoor to explore.
Oh,
we see some
I would imagine we would.
Some hand ninjas in a boat. More Jean. Jean looks good here. People were like saying Jean's ugly, but she looks good in this shot.
As we're gonna find out later on, Wizard. Apparently, every single woman that they put in any video game has an ugly design and an ugly face, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I've been disgusted with the.
If I can't jerk off to her, the game's not good.
They're not hot enough for me. She doesn't look like a 1980s bikini swimsuit model. No.
Yeah. Like, and it's really it is a bit of a Western versus Eastern design philosophy, but the thing that people don't get is that a lot of the Japanese, like your Tifas and all that, is they don't go for a realistic portrayal. They go for a stylized, realistic kind of anime portrayal in a way. Like it's
yeah, of course,
a little different, Like so, it's not like when you look at like someone like a Tifa and it's like, oh, look how hot Tifa is. It's like, yeah, but she doesn't look like a person though. Like,
yeah, no, it's meant to be some weird anime realistic blend.
Yeah,
but that's not what they're. This is the thing that people have to understand, and people don't know this because they don't understand the history of Western design and Eastern design. But Western design has always been more focused on realism. All right, real anatomy, real body design, real like facial structure, like the edges and everything. Like that's always been the case. That has been the case going back even to fucking Leonardo da Vinci, for Christ's sakes. All right. It's always been, you got to get it anatomically correct. You feel me?
Or he says, okay, homos.
That's what they teach you in a lot of Western art classes. In Japan, that's not the case. It can be stylized because it's not meant to capture the real world. It's meant to capture an emotional response. And so it's more cartoony, it's more stylized, it's more anime-esque.
This is meant to be like, man, the X-Men are real. Like, you know, it's like it grounds you into the world because you're playing as Wolverine. You want to be immersed into the world.
Yes.
Sentinels, you got to have your Sentinels, but these are like tiny Sentinels to go with the cybernetic people. More fodder to cut through. A hand ninja, which people thought this was Deadpool.
Well, yeah, I did too for a second. You think he's in here? You think he's going to be in this game?
No, he's not in it. If anything, he's going to be like an Easter egg, maybe, but I don't think he's actually going to be.
Here's what I agree with you. I could see there being clues and references and things that are like, okay, yes, there is a Deadpool that exists in this universe, but we're not going to show him. You know what I mean? Like, he exists, but he's not in the game. You know what I mean? Just a confirmation of his existence.
We also see the pre-order skin here, the brown and tan suit. We'll see more of it here. But
very underrated suit. Very underrated suit.
Sabretooth, my guy. I love Sabretooth.
Yeah, I love this design too.
Yeah, he's got the headpiece of the 90s design. He's got that. With the flowing hair. That's good. He's got the padding that plagues this universe. So like Sabretooth don't need padding, but it works. And he's just murdering dudes for the fun of it. Like, that's Sabretooth.
Some folks can't wait to die.
And we see his claws a little bit. Yeah, the Sabretooth, he's got to be like a reoccurring fight. We got to fight him at least 3 times. Like, you can't beat him and then be done with him.
Oh yeah, no, he's too important to Wolverine.
Yeah, and he should just randomly show up in just the middle of missions. And it's like, we're fighting Sabretooth, which is what Venom was supposed to be like in Spider-Man 2, but they never got to implement it. Venom was supposed to just randomly attack you. You'd have to fight him off. Yeah, there's look, he splits the guy's head. Ugh. Like, that is rude. That's a fatality right there.
That's Mortal Kombat type of shit, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then we see the pre-order suit too, which probably will be what I just wear because I'm not vibing so much with the default skin.
I'm fine with the default skin, but I do like I agree with you. Something about the DLC suit appeals to me a little bit more.
Yeah, I think it's the cowl of the default that kind of like is weird. Like these edges right here being like so out instead of tapered into his jaw, like you see. I don't know. And just like I said, that armor and the stuff where it's like Wolverine don't need that much armor. So yeah, so we have that. We get more.
We hope you enjoyed that new look at Marvel's Wolverine. This is a single-player action-adventure game featuring a focused, story-driven experience that will send Logan on a perilous journey across the globe, where more than innocent mutant lives are at stake. In this game, mutants live in hiding, fearful of those who would hunt them down, while most of the world doesn't even know they exist. As you saw, you'll encounter iconic Marvel characters like Jean Grey, Mystique, and Sabretooth.
Some folks can't wait to die.
We also showed you a glimpse of the brutal combat you'll experience in Marvel's Wolverine. It's fast, fluid, and visceral in the way that only Logan can deliver. Marvel's Wolverine is built to take full advantage of the PlayStation 5 consoles, and we cannot wait for you to get your hands on it when it launches September 15th, 2026. We're also happy to announce that you can pre-order your copy today at the end of the show in select markets. Check out PlayStation Blog for more information. On behalf of everyone at Insomniac.
That was that. So definitely, like, you know, got us hype. You know, it showed a lot.
Now that we're at the end of it, though, I want to bring something up that I've been thinking about since I saw this. Look at how I don't want to say casual, but just like how willing they are to like just kill people. Do you think that Xavier's dead?
So we do have some news on that. According to I believe it's IGN interviews, but let's get through the PlayStation blog that we got even more information from. Gameplay trailer. Let's not mince words. Marvel's Wolverine is a brutal, violent, action-packed single-player adventure with our team at Insomniac Games collaboration with Marvel Games. Cuts deeper than claw combat alone, with an emotional charged original story centered on a comic book icon, James Logan Howlett, aka Wolverine. To set up our extended gameplay trailer, Logan and Stalin, group of mutants. Yeah, we just saw all that. Situations dire help. Really, I think the only thing that we get out of this is the here it is. Drawn into by the frantic plea for help, Logan and Jean are compelled to team up against Trask's hired guns, and they prove to be more than capable. Logan can carve his foes with special combat moves called techniques, such as the tornado spin and bull rush. Meanwhile, Jean obliterates enemies with her powerful telekinetic abilities, which presents a few opportunities for critical strikes. These are devastating finishing moves that Wolverine can execute solo or with other characters. They're takedown opportunities worth looking out for during a frenzied fight. Every successful attack, parry, and kill will build up Logan's rage. This allows for stronger attacks or activating his healing factor to survive grievous body damage. If Logan's rage is pushed too far, he can unleash Rage Tier 3, a stylized monochromatic explosion of savagery inspired by Marvel Comics' Black, White, and Blood series. The overwhelm Reaver's threat, but Logan can take the fight to the go. We went through all that. Accessibility. There's a pre-order. $69.99. Arrives September 15th. Pre-order bonuses. You get the classic brown suit, reflective claws, which confirm that claw customization is a thing. So claws with like ray tracing or something to like reflect surfaces. That'll look cool. Technique point and 4 PlayStation avatars: Wolverine, Jean, Mystique, and Sabretooth. As well as the deluxe edition, which gives you 5 exclusive suits and 5 claws. We get here Wolverine in a leather jacket with no shirt, blue and black thing that people were trying to figure out. We get the first appearance suit from Incredible Hulk 181. This suit, and then the Age of Apocalypse suit where he's missing a hand, which might look funny in cutscenes.
The blue and black suit is a new one. I don't know where that's from.
It's almost kind of like the new Fantastic Four suit, but it's not. I feel like if they were going to use that, they would just make it look like that. I wonder what they'll be with that. But yeah, so the exclusive suits are Incredible, Savage, Age of Apocalypse, Night Hunt, and New Leather. And the claws that you can get are smooth-edged claws, hollow blade claws, thick claws, serrated spine claws, and tapered claws. Not only do we have a variety of looks to choose from, but we also have an assortment of claws to unlock in Marvel's Wolverine. You can gain access to them in the base game through standard progression, with exclusive items offered only through the digital deluxe edition. We'll share more about our suits and claws at a later date. Speaking of which, expect more soon. We have several teases coming our trailer 2, including more intense battle suits, enemy factions, and characters. Was that Sabretooth? I mean, we pretty much know that it was. There's plenty left to share about Marvel's Wolverine on a road to launch. So pre-order today and follow us on social. Yeah, I kind of don't want to see too much of it, but I mean, it's a long road, but a short road to September. So I suppose we'll see.
It's not that far away, man. I mean, July, August, and then there we are.
Needs wider shoulders for Wolverine. Yeah, he's a little bit. I mean, he is short, so there is that. He's a little. You can see in this picture especially how kind of like shrimpy he is. Proportions, like his legs are small. But they did also, so these suits are exclusive to the deluxe edition, but you will be able to get an upgrade. So if you buy the physical edition, you can pay $10 more to upgrade to the deluxe and get the suits. But they're not going to be able to buy like a $70 deluxe, like physical edition. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. But we also have some news from other interviews that they've done. We have some story details. The X-Men do not exist in this universe.
Oh,
Mutants live in hiding, and most of the world don't know they exist. Logan is part of Team X, a group who save mutants around the world. Low gore paths are available for people who are squeamish about blood and guts, or for streamers who don't want to get demonetized. Mystique, Sabretooth, and Jean Grey, and Omega Red are in the game, with more X-Men characters under wrap.
that's so not having the X-Men in this that is a very bold choice.
It's a bold choice, but basically what people suspect is that they are building towards a forming of the X-Men of some kind, and they want to slow burn it.
That would make sense because there's like the whole time I was watching this, I was like, there is no way that Professor X is approving any of the shit that Logan and Jean are doing in this. There's no way that he's on board with that.
Well, what's also pretty crazy of like a kind of an idea is that the only thing I can think of where the X-Men are formed is X-Men First Class. And even that's a prequel more than like an establishing story.
Yeah.
Every X-Men story, the X-Men already exist.
Yeah.
Every TV show, every movie, every game. There's never a like we have to come together and we form the X-Men. So that's an interesting like thing they want to do. Basically do an Avengers with X-Men. So we do know that an X-Men game is on their docket due to the leaked. Now it might not be no more, but we do know from the leaks that it was on there at some point.
And
it also.
This is confirmed to be in the same universe as Spider-Man. Yeah.
Which means that Spider-Man's been Spider-Man longer than there's been X-Men.
Which
there's
is
no
weird.
X-Men.
That's weird to think about.
So it's confirmed that Wolverine is the only playable character. Allies include Jean Grey and Sabretooth. So maybe him and Sabretooth aren't enemies yet. Maybe he turns on him during the story.
Well, wouldn't it be something if like they're like together, like they're working for the same thing, they're doing like, but then like Xavier shows up at some point in this, recruits Logan to the X-Men, and Logan starts to change his ways a little bit. He's like, listen, we're not gonna be this brutal anymore, we're not gonna do it this way. And Sabretooth's like, nah, fuck that, and that ends up causing the divide between them.
Maybe. I mean, like, we don't know what Team X is. If it's like, are we all good guys? Are we all just on our own? Does Magneto show up and he takes Mystique and Sabretooth from them? You know, who knows what happens? So definitely, like, it's doing different stuff. So that alone is like, hey, all right, like it's interesting. You're not just doing a Wolverine story. You got some different paths you want to walk down here. So I'm curious.
Yeah, I think I definitely like what they're doing. I like what they're doing here.
So another thing that they have is about the health, because how do you make a video game where the protagonist cannot die? So they have here that he does die in the Wolverine game. He dies when his heart stops and his healing factor can no longer activate. That's what's represented by his health bar. In order to maintain your health, you need to be aggressive in combat. And I first read this, I'm like, oh, it's doing like a Bloodborne regain mechanic. But what I think it actually is that just like in Spider-Man, the more combos you get the focus, and you spend focus to, you know. So I think that's really what it is. We'll see. But yeah, so that was Wolverine.
Hey, man, I'm digging it so far.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. Like, it's coming out at a good time. It's hopefully before GTA comes out. And takes everything. And like I pointed out at the beginning of the show, you can tell when they went through this, like go through all the release dates of everything. They were hiding. Everyone is hiding from GTA. No one is touching like November at
Dude,
all.
it's so crazy. They're like, hurry up, get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out. You can't get it out this year. All right, fuck it, 2027. Fuck it,
Fuck
fuck
it.
it.
Just don't do nothing with it. Just hold it.
Don't worry
Hold.
about it. Stay on target.
Stay on
Hold
target.
back. Or
Um,
pull a Trump and be like, stand down and stand back.
stand back and stand by on your Wolverine game. Anyway, so Marvel Tokon was also right after, and we had just talked about this, going over the possible rumors and speculation of who they were
Marvel
going to add.
games. You know what?
Pretty strong.
Prepare
I would love it if Square just said, you know what? Fuck
to
it.
face.
Kingdom Hearts 4 November this year. I would have been like,
right, same exact day.
whoa,
Same day as GTA.
buddy, that's some ballsy shit, dude.
Well, if you also think about it, like their audiences are kind of separate.
That's still some ballsy shit, dude. That
Yeah.
somebody at Disney was like, hey, yo, we're the House of Mouse. Fuck you, GTA.
Come on, you know you want to do the voice.
What?
If it's Disney that's saying it, you know whose voice you gotta do.
Oh boy, fuck you, GTA. We're the House of Mouse.
There you go. Virgin said, yeah, it looks good, but Jean looks so basic. Yeah, I mean, like, but she's not a hero. I mean, also her jacket in the leaked images is zoomed up and you can see the green X on it, and it looked really good. But this one, it's open. So she basically just looks like Jesse Faden from Control.
I mean, if I was gonna go for a different jacket, maybe a dark green, possibly.
Or I would say
but-
a yellow, because I like the yellow and black for Jean. I've always liked that.
Okay, yeah, yellow and black. Yeah, green probably would be too much like Rogue.
Yeah.
Dukes up, Mr. Champion!
Actions are worth more.
Champion is an elder of the universe, so he's like the collector. Because every elder of the universe has like a purpose. So like the collector collects things, the grandmaster things, right? The champion wrestles things, but he doesn't look like this. He's not like a guy in a suit. He's just a wrestler guy.
And the greatest action is to fight. You have defeated so many. You've defeated whole worlds. But you've never fought Doom. Let me show you why you should kneel. Think you're a genius, Doom? Your works are mere trinkets. My genius is endless. And now my turn. You made
Magneto.
promises, Doom, and those promises.
Magneto with his really like as close to comic accurate Magneto as we've seen in a while.
Oh yeah, that's really close to comic accurate.
Like even his hair you can see is like long and mullety from like the 90s. And his voice actor James Arnold Taylor voices him in Marvel Rivals, also voice of Johnny Test. Johnny Test.
Shall be kept.
This violence will solve nothing, Eric.
My dearest Roro, mutant kind shall rise, and I will be the one.
Like, yeah, see, think about how many fighting games Magneto's been in. Like he's one of like the staples, you know, and he's always had kind of like similar moveset. He just has a bunch of purple metal stuck together. He just beats your ass with it.
To lead the way.
And then we get the pumpkin bomb.
Yeah, buddy.
So there's the Green Goblin, which is a good Green Goblin design too.
You know what it kind of reminds me of a little bit is the Spectacular Spider-Man Green Goblin.
Yeah, the lanky Green Goblin.
Yeah.
And then because Spectacular Spider-Man 2, his hat was like pretty big too, and he had this like the hanging down here too.
Which that is top 5 Green Goblin. The Spectacular
I'm pretty
Spider.
the voice the same? Maybe not. I think they said it was Steve Bloom, which is crazy because Steve Bloom is also the voice of Wolverine in the same game too. Yeah, Steve Bloom. So I don't think he did it in Spectacular Spider-Man.
Showtime! You look a little angry, Bug. Still holding a grudge. Pretty, huh?
Time to stop laughing, Cobby.
That all you...
Also in the background we have She-Hulk and Mary Jane.
Oh my god, I could just. Oh yeah, that is Mary Jane back there.
Yeah.
I could just see this goblin though, like just straight up saying, "A Spidey, don't break a neck."
Yeah, like he literally says, "You seem upset, still holding a grudge." Like he's like I killed the bitch in this universe.
Don't break a leg, don't break a neck.
Pop the way! What?
And then we get Carnage. So we get both people in this, two people in this team are Spider-Man villains, but Carnage just looks so good.
I'm gonna kill...
Like such a good design. And you can't beat, like, Carnage is so, like, they nailed Carnage right out of the gate when they created him. Like he was just perfect. And you can definitely tell they did a lot with the 90s design of just the black that he has on him. And stuff.
Yeah, Carnage's design is just right out the gate. It's like this guy embodies chaos. Like you can just tell instantly.
Spider-Man, not you. You want to fight?
And this is also crazy enough. Carnage's very first time in a fighting game.
Really?
Like, yep, very first. Venom usually takes his spot.
Dude, look at that background. That background is so good.
Yeah, we get all the. I love fighting game backgrounds. There's always something about it where
That's
it like
so densely packed, but it like
yeah,
you can like everything sticks out too. That is
yeah. You can see the Oscorp, the Fisk, Avengers. There's Baxter building back there. All that.
Oh, that's
stuff.
nice.
You want to choose that?
Moment has come.
Buddy.
Attack! No mercy.
Let me do it. I'll slice you up. Don't be greedy. He's mine.
Knights of Doom, destroy them!
So here's their super attack.
Feel my wrath! The end is near.
Just a fucking Carnage shark comes eat your ass. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, that's really, they only have one last team to show, and that's the Ghost Rider team. So it's pretty nuts. And they had a PlayStation blog about this one too, but I don't think that there's much in it besides just like how everyone plays. And since we're not big fighting game people, there's not much you really got to worry about. But I mean, it gives you cool looks at everyone. So like Magneto, his character design, and he gets some padding here that he didn't really need, but you can't really tell because this is just like, this is a normal classic Magneto design. Origin says Peter really do got it bad, man. Everyone ganging up on him. Yeah, they were just kicking Peter's ass that whole trailer.
I mean,
like, besides that little bit where Iron Man fought Doctor Doom, it was just like,
it's literally like, you know what? Let's just fuck up Peter Day.
yeah, it's poor Spider-Man. Why would he align himself with Doctor Doom? Stay tuned to find out. Green Goblin. I'm pretty sure Green Goblin's also never been in a fighting game either. So they tried to pick people that are new, so that's nice. And that's probably why we'll get people like, we'll get Blade and we'll get Punisher or Moon Knight, or probably not going to get Daredevil because he's a cameo in one of the other stages. But we'll try. They want to get different people into the roster. I know they made Magneto Zoner, which people are sort of confused about that. Well, I mean, he's not going to play like Marvel vs. Capcom. You know, it's going to be a little bit different. They're trying to get that Miles Morales timeline. Got Gotta kill Spider-Man. Yeah, look at this Carnage just licking his own hand blood blade. He's
God,
such an
that's so sick, bro.
such an asshole. So, and then they showed off the champion, who will probably be the final boss, I assume. But we also see like the Magus in one of the trailers. So, if that is who that, maybe it was the champion after all. It wasn't the Magus, but yeah. So they're going to be at Evo, and then Evo will probably be when they show off the last trailer. So, still pretty cool. Still not going to get it, but still pretty cool because I'm not big into the fighting games. Too sucky at it, but character designs are looking great, and having an all villain team. Like someone pointed out, there's more villains in this game than in Marvel Rivals. And Marvel Rivals has had a year of time and like added a bunch of people, but there's like no villains in sight. The closest we've gotten is anti-heroes. The only actual villains is Ultron and Hela. That's it. Everyone else is anti-heroes or heroes. So that's that. Then moving on to the rest of the show, just zooming through here. Rayman gets a new game. Long thought dead franchise, what I hear. So that's pretty cool. Which I think is maybe a remake of the first game though. So
I think it's a remake of the first game. I don't know, dude. I've never been a Rayman guy.
Yeah, neither have I. Yeah, the Lara Croft game. We can watch this maybe. The Legacy of Atlantis. Like people were saying, like Laura's pretty hot in this, which is surprising. The game should be easy to play. You're doing it like a BlazBlue thing with it. Yeah. I mean, I probably will get it eventually, but I'm not going to go crazy for it. I'm pretty sure that smarter controllers, this man pick it up with, hey, like I said, maybe. Why is Ms. Marvel in this? Stretchy. It's different. They want to have different people in it. So.
Let's see the...
Anyway.
Yeah. Let's see the Tomb Raider stuff.
Been halfway across the continent looking for you.
I mean, she's got an ass. Or she's got some hips, so that's good. I hate that.
I'd fuck it.
Track down.
Well, you found me.
I mean, like I have heard like everyone's going at the fucking like God of War and at Jean Grey, but it's like everyone's pretty quiet. The same people are pretty quiet about this game.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to all my goners.
Look, let's just be fucking real here, all right? There is a vocal subset of gamers who let's just call a spade here. They hate women unless they're doing two things for them: fucking them, or letting them fuck them, or feeding them. All right.
Yeah.
Just period. End of story. And the reason why they're not complaining about Lara Croft is because they're imagining fucking her. All right.
Yeah.
And that makes it okay. That's what the fuck is going on here. That's what is happening here. These are a bunch of fucking, and honestly, I think a lot of them are like either people that they hit their peak in the 80s and the 90s, or they are they were raised by people that hit those peaks and they've never fucking evolved. All right. It's just go away. Just shut up and go away. All right. 2026 gaming is, if you can't enjoy a female main character, gaming's not for you.
Yeah. And we'll get into it more when we get to the God of War stuff, but there's an argument to be made about Lara Croft and how the reboot had treated her, as far as like really trying to modernize her and unsexify her. But then the kind of Gooner Gate won out in the end, because we kind of went back in the other direction of just like, yeah, like women can just be hot again, because not only is there's the male gaze, and a lot of guys don't, a lot of developers don't want to appeal to the male gaze,
but you can have both.
Yeah, but there's the lesbian gaze, right? Can't forget about that. bisexual women gays, and they, you know, they're pretty vocal out
I
there.
mean,
And
you can have a woman who has depth to her, is intelligent, smart, funny, a badass, but she's also hot. Like, it's not a one
Yeah.
or the other type of thing. You can have both. The problem I have is when you got, whether it's on the left with people saying, well, no, you got to make her look as ugly as fucking possible and just focus on her character. Or you got
Yeah.
people that are on the right that are saying, well, I don't care about her character. I just want fat material. Like,
Yeah.
once you go to either one of those sides, I'm like,
yeah,
no,
there's
you've
there's
lost
a solid
the plot.
there's a solid middle ground. There's
Yeah.
like realistic women whose characters are hot, like the way they're portrayed. Like I mean, like there's in general like just attractive like female characters. Like, yeah, like the one bitch from Uncharted, right? That's like the main love interest. Like she's
Yeah.
really attractive, and she's realistic too. Like she's just like, yeah, it's a realistic woman, and that's attractive, you know. Then
Yeah,
there's
you-
like this is
you
the
can have
pure
both.
fat material ones. It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can
Surface
have both.
level.
You can have both.
Ms. Croft, I hear when it comes to retrieval, you're the one to hire.
Fair
This
fight.
isn't about glory or money or making the world a better place.
Like, look at like her in her regular default skin. This would not have been a thing 10 years ago when that reboot was happening.
This isn't about
Like, that's crazy.
glory or money or making the world a better place. This is a puzzle, buried in centuries of silence. You don't strike me as someone who walks past a locked door without wondering what's behind it.
Like, she is beautiful. Like, this is a beautiful Laura Croft.
Yeah. And I mean, she also, and maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me, but like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't like the hyper sexualized look on a woman, like the bikini swimsuit model. You know, I don't dig it. I like a girl that has like natural beauty to her. Like that's what attracts me. All right. It's not this weird 80s thing that people had hanging up as posters in their room. Like I like the whole Playboy shit. I just like, I don't even find that attractive. I look at that
The plastic stuff.
yeah, it's like, this is not a real woman. This is a toy. That's what it is. But like this right here, like this has this Laura Croft has like a natural beauty to her that I find to be really attractive. That I like.
Yeah. And it also, it's doing what I described, that kind of stylistic, like it's doing a little bit of just like, this is a video game character. We're not meant to make this look like an actual like real life woman. This is a stylized, cartoonish kind of, you know, way of doing it. Like I described with like Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
There's a reason I can only trust you with this.
Doing all the Tomb Raider hits. They got dinosaurs.
Gotta say, I captured your good side.
Ah, boo. The dinosaurs have feathers. Boo. Boo this man.
It's more scientifically accurate, Wizard.
Yeah, fuck it though. Who gives a shit?
They're giant man. They're not just giant man-eater lizards. They're giant man-eating lizard chicken things.
Laura looks awesome. Yeah, like she looks good in this. Like this is definitely like a good modern Tomb Raider, what everyone kind of always talked about Tomb Raider was like, you know.
You're assuming I've got a bad side.
Like it's so crazy that this is like just a character in
I've got a bad
2026.
side.
Like it's crazy. Like that they would do that. Like I just can't believe it. They made a Western company made an attractive woman. It's like it's crazy. This one's jumping right over GTA. Like
Now,
February.
we'll give you time to breathe, homie. See y'all next year.
This is actually so then the pre-order and get the Survivor outfit. This is the reboot outfit. So it's like you get to put the attractive Laura in the unattractive Laura outfit. Yeah, I'll keep my eyes on this, honestly. Like, it's kind of got my attention, I'll be honest. You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
You had my
yeah.
curiosity. Now you have my erection.
You have my erection. Yeah, it's kind of breezing through some of these here. A lot of these, you know, you see, they showed off Onimusha or whatever, and that's the Capcom's next big thing. They're already said this is their like fourth. It's like, oh, we got all this cool stuff coming out. We blew everyone's minds. We got a fourth one coming. That's also in September, right next to Wolverine. So if you want to do both, well, fuck you. September 24th. More of that Silent Hill Village game that they got going, which is pretty interesting. Also pretty spooky.
Are you scared, Wizard?
As you expect. I read a thing that apparently the plot of this game might be about like a school shooting or something, because I guess it takes place in a Scottish village that's during the time that's depicted is like the time of like one of the worst shootings in Scotland history or something like that, and that's what it's about, but none of the iconography points to that, so I'm not quite sure what it is they're trying to say about that.
That's the first I've heard of this.
Yeah, this game here looks wild. This like it looks like a fucking Resident Evil game.
I'll take my chances.
Like,
turns out I'm a lucky man.
Like, it's crazy. Look at that shit.
Daggum.
You'll find nothing there.
This guy's naked. Yeah.
Good God, he's naked.
Good grief, he's naked. Like, look, he's blurred. This is blurring here.
But death.
Like the way that they move with the lumbering slowness with the gun, it looks like Resident Evil. Like it looked like this was an RE Engine game, even though it's not.
Oh yeah, this is giving off definite Resident Evil vibes.
Like the when you look at the first person games, and they trying to go back here. Yeah, like the way that like the molded move and stuff, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna aim, and then the guy ducks. You know, it's just the way they kind of saunter.
But death.
Look, you can punch the baby. Punch the baby. And there's one they show him kicking the baby into a group of other babies.
Damn.
There's a zombie baby. Look at that. Punch the baby. I got punched. So yeah, so definitely an interesting game. With all that. We also had the Control sequel, basically the story trailer for that.
Is coming.
And we more or less seen all of it with the last time we covered it.
Felt
but this
like
gives
an
us
earthquake.
This gives us Jessie. We do see a glimpse of her in this montage of stuff.
There will never be a series of trailers that reveal more about a game than what happened with Kingdom Hearts 3. It's like, hey, we know this game's coming out in 2 weeks. By the way, here's Scala at Kylum. We're literally going to give you scenes from the final battle. It's like,
yeah, and
what?
I hope they don't do that with 4. You know they will.
God, I hope not.
Pre-order, you get the Hiss Corruption outfit from the first game. Yeah, I'll probably grab this later. I don't think I'm going to grab it right away because I was the same with Control. And I still haven't went back and played Control a second time yet. I still have to do that. Yeah, that was more or less everything besides this one was a shocker. I don't know about you, but this one had some, not Onimusha, I was like, what is like? I didn't know that this was gonna be
Akashima
what it
Island,
became.
haunted by dark stories. Our goal: confront the evil, corrupting paradise. This is Dead True International.
Hello, series of bats. Welcome to the stream. Like I thought, like, oh, it's Dead Island or something. You know, it's some type of something.
Come on, let's get a photo together.
Because I've seen stuff like this 1,000 times. When the zombies come out or something, or it's Far Cry or something.
Does no one know this guy?
See, right here, this is the moment where I was like, this is giving me very Until Dawn feels. Like
Really? You caught this? You caught it that early? It took me
yes.
way longer.
No,
it took
dude.
Me way longer.
As soon as I saw that, it was just like the movement of the characters, the general tone. I was like, I'm getting a very Until Dawn vibes from this.
Yeah, so really just like the main one with me, I don't want to get popped because of the song, but the moment with me was up until like it's so like even the killer didn't do it for me. I thought like, oh, maybe like Friday the 13th or something, you know, like that didn't clue me into it.
No, see, like even right here, like it's just the character models, the animation. That's very Until Dawn. Like it's just got like a certain. I don't know how I want to say style, but that's not the right word. It's just like, man, I wish I was that dude right now. Holy shit. My God, homie. Good for you.
No, it was right here. I'm like, oh, it's like it's doing that whole narrative thing. That's pretty cool. But they also told you the developers and it wasn't Supermassive. So I'm like, that's weird. You know, and then we get the reveal that it's Until Dawn 2, and it's like, what the hell? Like how are they doing that? It was Peter Stormare is what did it. This is Peter Stormare. This is the doctor from the first fucking game. And I'm like, what the hell? Like,
what needs to be done?
And then Until Dawn 2, I'm just like, what? Like, that's crazy. And it's not Supermassive. Supermassive is the people doing the Dark Pictures anthology.
Now, to be fair, like that moment I'm talking about, like I didn't sit there and say, oh, well, it's obviously Until Dawn 2. I was just like, this feels like Until Dawn. Like this is giving me the same vibes as Until Dawn. Like that was the moment I was like, you know, like the thought was in the back of my head, like, is this Until Dawn?
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like the thing with this, right, is that Supermassive, you know, they made Until Dawn, and they made the Dark Pictures, and they made the Quarry. It is well known, well documented that no game that they have made has ever touched Until Dawn. Until Dawn was lightning in a bottle. It was a cosmic fluke, something. No game has gotten close quality-wise. They've all had either terrible stories or they've just been passively okay. But Until Dawn was just a whole different thing, and it's great. Until Dawn's great. But none of the other games that they've made have even reached close. It really was as a series of bats. Like, it was just like, it was so special. And now this isn't even Supermassive doing this. I don't know who this company is. Is it ex-developers? I don't know. Or is it just people PlayStation trusted with the IP? But they're doing it. And we'll see how it goes. But, you know, we'll see. So, yeah, I mean, it has all the highlights. It has the killer on the island, and there'll probably be different threats and villains and stuff. And they did have a blog post about this as well. Until Dawn is a standalone experience featuring a brand new cast, whole new world to explore. All of them they're all anthologies, right? So that's the way they do it. You have to survive until dawn. You know, it's the whole thing. You know, so we'll see. It's if it's cool, if it's got a good story, that's what matters. Horizon Call of the Mountain. So they were VR people, I thought. Call of the Mountain, I'm pretty sure was a VR game. Interesting. Until Dawn 2027.
What, they didn't want to try and go for November 2026?
I'm ready to be disappointed. I mean, really, right? But the fact that it's a whole different company can mean two things. Either they're gonna somehow do it, and it just proves that Supermassive just sucks, or it's like Until Dawn can't be replicated. It's just how it's gonna be. So now we come to really the big surprise of the show. Did not expect this to be there. Did not expect to see as much as we saw, and did not expect to see what we saw at all. So, this reveal was crazy. Doing it how they did it with just the black screen of nothing was pretty nuts. So, well, we will end the show with really this and all the news that came out of this. Most likely, so do it. Break it down. Talk about everything that's in there. I didn't know at this point what it was. I could hear obviously like the birds and stuff, and I'm like, what, what is it? What's it gonna be? And then I heard that.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, I was like literally like, oh shit. I wish I would have recorded myself like reacting to this. It would be crazy. It was just like, oh shit.
I remember I was watching this in my car and I was like, oh, buddy.
I gotta pull over. Gotta look at it.
Yeah, I mean, I ran over a couple of pedestrians when I pulled over, but you know what? Survival of the fittest.
I was driving on the sidewalk, actually.
Find your way home.
And at that moment, I'm like, Atreus game. Dear God, it's an Atreus game. But
no, as soon as he said that, I knew it was the Faye game. Because that's what he says about Faye.
Yeah, I'd forgotten that. And then I knew it when they lingered it on Faye, that I was like, oh, that's what we're getting at. And it is crazy. Like, if you go back and watch that scene, she does turn into like golden particles when she burns. So like, they had it kind of set up. They knew what they were doing back then. And I would love for this whole game to recontextualize either of those games. I love when like,
I think that's what they're going for. But I mean, like, when I saw this, I was thinking she's gonna go up in the sky. She's gonna become a cloud. And we're gonna get a scene later where she's gonna show up to Atreus and be like, "A Simba, you have forgotten me, therefore you have forgotten yourself. Remember who you are."
No, she turns into green or glowing particles, and she goes up in the sky, and then all of a sudden the clouds part, and the heart-shaped moon is formed in the sky. It's like, my God.
I would have been like, holy shit. I probably, dude, if I would have saw that while I was driving, I probably wouldn't be here right now. I'd be in a hospital.
Crash into a tree.
Yeah, I would have crashed to a tree, bro.
Well, and as we saw too, they're turning into particles. If this is the same place that Thor and Athena are at, they both died and they turned into particles when they died.
I got a theory.
Like, look at her. She looks perfectly fine. Like, she's not.
This is something I'm gonna. All right, just let me roll for a minute, okay?
Might as well get into it now.
Yeah, let me just roll with this. A lot of men's idea of beauty has been so skewed by I can't even say modern. It's just like a certain era of like the last century, okay? Like their idea of what makes a woman beautiful has been so skewed by that. But we're talking about a mythology here. We're talking about the ancient Norse era. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. There is a very natural type of beauty that applies to not just, I mean, depending on, you know, who you are, men, women, there's like a natural attractiveness, okay? And what is described as beautiful is not just that brief like 50 years of American history where it's like swimsuit models, Playboy girls.
Yeah.
Like that's such a small fragment of human history.
It's like that's like consumerism beauty.
Yes, it's fake beauty. It's this weird fake marketable beauty that is not realistic. It doesn't fucking exist in nature.
Says, I mean, Norse women are beautiful both in the Viking world and modern world.
It just doesn't fucking exist in nature. This right here is like what people during medieval times, or like this is what you would see in like artwork,
Renaissance painting.
Renaissance. This is what you see in Renaissance artwork. That's what this looks like. This is natural beauty. This is what people historically have found attractive. This marketable Western Americanized idea of beauty, that's just manufactured. That does not fucking exist. That's not what, for most of human history, that people would have looked at a woman and said, oh, that's beautiful, because it didn't fucking exist. This is natural beauty. This is great.
Yeah, and a lot of the stills that people were sharing, the you got your grifters and stuff that were like look, it's so terrible, and it's her like screaming in pain or something. Where obviously the model looks a little weird, just her
or
mouth
mid battle animation to where it's like you're not supposed to pay attention to that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to analyze it. Like this is clearly like the framing of it. This is the beginning of the game. This is the menu, whatever it is. Baki says, I mean, I don't have big titty booty and pretty face girls, but this is something.
No, I'm not saying it's wrong to be attracted to that. But what I'm saying is, please understand that is a manufactured beauty. It's not natural. It doesn't actually fucking exist. Like if you're going out, and that's one reason why a lot of men like are disappointed when they go out and date and stuff, is because they're looking for that in a woman. Guys, that doesn't exist.
While also being like not the fake consumerist beauty version of a man either, you know, like
that doesn't exist either. I'm sorry, but listen, 95% of the men and women out there are not going to look like what you see on fucking swimsuit magazines. They're just not. That doesn't fucking exist.
I like Brains, a series of bads. Me too. I'm a personality guy. So anyway, that's more or less the rant about that. It really was the whole show. Like, I mean, that was between, like I said, with Gene and Callisto and now this, it was just like, that was everyone walked out of this and they had something to bitch about, and it was the women aren't hot, but like,
I'll say it again. There's a certain subset of males, especially in the gamer community, that they have this weird manufactured idea of a woman. And unless a woman is feeding them or letting them fuck them, they hate women. They don't see any other use for women other than either be in my kitchen or be in my bed. Like you're not allowed to be in my games. And it's like, guys, they're half the fucking human race. For the love of God, all right? They come in all flavors, boys. All right? You got smart ones, you got pretty ones, you got badass ones. It's just like with men, all right? It takes all types to make the world go round.
Get the fuck out of your
basements.
Yeah, some are smart, pretty, and badass. Like
Yeah.
Summer Swan, Winter Raven.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck yeah, girl. All right. Guys, get the fuck out of your basements and actually touch grass and touch titties. All right. Like, not manufactured titties, real titties.
Anyway, but no, I mean, like when I saw this, I was just like, oh yeah, it's pretty interesting, you know, so far. And I thought, like, I saw these little fairies, and I'm like, Celtic, they're doing Celtic, but it's like you didn't know, you know. Because then it zoomed in, I'm like, oh, they're like little bugs. Like, I thought they were like little... Right, like people were catching like some of that out of context in mid animation. It's like you can't do that. That everyone looks bad like that because it triggers your brain's uncanny valley stuff.
They're transitionary frames. It's not designed for you to pause and look at every single fucking frame. It's a transition. It's the same thing like, in animation. If you look at,
it'd be like going to Disney and getting a smear frame of Jasmine or something, being like, look, she looks like shit.
Yeah, if you look at any animated product, if you pause it in the transition frames, it's not going to look good because you're not meant to pause it during those parts.
Yeah,
that's just not. God, the uneducated just pissed me off, bro.
Hey, at least the feet guys got something though. There's already like in the words she's about to say, there's some crazy implications.
Where am I?
Pause it. That right there is when I knew, wait a minute, something's up. Like, because I was with you to begin with. I was like, this kind of feels like it could be Celtic because it's got that very, you know, nature, foresty,
druidian,
druid type of thing. And then this little guy came out, and I was like, that's not Celtic. That like that.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's like it doesn't look like it's like specifically something.
That's not
like
Celtic.
a weird
that's not
thing.
Norse. I was like, okay, so I didn't know where this was going, but I was like, something's up here. Like this ain't Norse and this ain't Celtic. Like it's something was up.
You know where I am?
God, this is, look at how beautiful this environment is.
Yeah, like we only got stuff like this in like Vanaheim in Ragnarok, and even then it was kind of like held back. Baki says, I mean, the Basque of Spain and France are Celtic, Jessica. What does that mean?
I mean, I guess when I think of Celtic, I think like, you know, Northern Europe.
Yeah. So she get like Stormbringer or something because they saw she got a sword. Well, she already would have got the axe. So the axe that Kratos uses was originally hers, and we thought that we were going to use it in the. We thought this was going to be a prequel, and it is. But really, Jesker, what it is? Do you know what you call this? You know what you call this type of story?
An interquel.
Close. As coined by Lion King 1.5, it's an in-between quill.
Oh shit!
Remember Lion King 1.5?
Yeah. Oh, dude, Lion King. If y'all haven't seen it, go check out Lion King 1.5. Hands down, one of the funniest fucking movies Disney has ever put out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty interesting because an in-between quill is like rare. You don't get those often.
Baki has me curious. What the hell is boss culture?
Boss culture looks just as good as the one. I don't know why, but I keep getting Alice Wonderland vibes. That'd be a pretty interesting way to look at it.
Okay. Burned clothes. The pyre. It happened. They're starting on the path. It's just... I didn't get to say goodbye.
Yeah, so just with that conversation, we know that because obviously we knew that she knew she was going to die and that she set him on this path to begin the journey of the both games, right? But it's clear that with this, she didn't mean to go at the time she did. And so that's already like, what does that mean? You know, like, and she had this, what we find out is a piece of the mask fragment in her hand. Did that kill her early? Did that send her here? You know, when she died, who knows? Because like, as was discussed, was she the reason that the mask is broken into fragments in Ragnarok? You know, is she the one that did it so that Odin couldn't have it? Because she says more.
I mean, the mask is going to play a huge role in this.
Yeah, we know for sure with a part coming up. Like, this is basically going to give us the answers to what the mask is.
I'm looking at this boss stuff. I can see some Celtic influence, but it's kind of giving me some German vibes too.
It's probably more what it is.
This definitely isn't the light of Alfheim.
Yeah, this is just crazy stuff. They're definitely like using the opportunity to go into some wild places visually, as they should. Roygen asked, so would Athena be the villain in this? I proposed a theory to Jesker, and we'll get to it more later. That Athena, I think, is going to be down the line, and that we're building up towards an Avengers-style team-up, or AKA a somehow Palpatine returned level. We got to get everyone together kind of story, and this is
somehow
directly set that up.
Somehow Athena returned.
Somehow Zeus returned.
But I got a wild theory. So, you know what? I'll tell you later. Let's get to some of the later stuff because it'll
Danny
make more
from
sense
LA,
in a
welcome
minute.
to the stream. They're saying the mask that crumbles is Athena. I don't know about that, but it's definitely the magic is connected in some way. I mean, we saw that with the green particles that the mask had in Ragnarok, and the way that they all kind of link together. And you know, it's definitely we're gonna get the answers to the Athena, to the Thor, to the mask. We're gonna get that. Definitely gonna set up where they're going in the future.
Yeah.
And so we see that Laufey or that Faye knew about the mask that they find in Ragnarok. So it's like more questions.
Oh, I think she knew about a lot of shit, dude.
Yeah. And then the combat looks good. She's fast.
These monsters look great too. These are great monster designs.
Fucking Last of Us clicker looking motherfuckers.
Shouldn't have been that difficult.
In the aerial combat, apparently, according to what they said, her combat will play more like original trilogy Kratos, very much like air combos and stuff.
Yeah, I was noticing a lot of people saying that. Then even I thought, I was like, this is more Greek-esque in terms of
Rory
combat.
says, wasn't the one in Ragnarok made of wood? Yes, it was, but the way that Faye talks about it, it's almost like any mask at all is like that.
And I do, so I'll go ahead and bring up this theory that I have. This is different than one we'll get to later. I think that the reason why this combat does feel so much like the Greek trilogy is because the Greek trilogy remake is going to have combat very similar to this. I think this is kind of the template they're using.
Ain't she like a giant or something? Yeah, she's supposed to be a giant, which there was a point later on where she's like, oh, I got to do something to get out of here. I thought she was going to fucking Giganta herself. Like, I thought that would have been awesome. That was the upgrade she could get. Danny from LA says, this makes me want to play the last 2 God of War games. I probably will play through them again, at least Ragnarok, but probably the first one too. I just really like playing those games. Like, they are fun. But definitely got to do that. Yeah, same. Like, she has a dedicated jump, and she can jump in the air. Like, Kratos can't do that in the other 2 games. And they have said that they're trying to emulate that style.
Armor. Good idea.
Yeah, double jump.
Well, I'm going to just jack your clothes here. You clearly don't need these anymore.
Yeah, you clearly don't need them. I think if this is the actual opening of the game, this is the fastest I've seen, like, default armor get put on in a game, right? Like, normally it's like they start in the outfit maybe, and like, but otherwise, like, if it's about donning the cover art costume, it usually takes them a minute.
I swear to God, if they kill this dog lizard thing, I'm gonna be pissed.
I think they're pretty sure they do, Jesker.
Wait, did they? Did I miss that?
It's like I know they throw a dead one onto a pile.
Oh no, I missed that.
Yeah, it doesn't come back.
Oh, you bastards.
I was almost like, oh God, I don't want a fucking Glub Shido. I don't want a fucking Baby Yoda bullshit. But then they do introduce a Glub Shido, and I'm like, yeah, that's a good Glub Shido. I like that one.
Now, how about a way out? You gotta love it's like we need some architecture to look weird and ancient and otherworldly. Let's just make it a bunch of cubes or squares. Like Control does it. This does it.
Yeah, man. This reminds me of the temples that they had in that Antarctic civilization that used to exist a long time ago. What, they never taught you about that in history?
Or like the Isu, right? Like the Isu will do stuff like this with the Assassin's Creed games.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Is this where Juno went?
This is where Juno went.
This is where Juno went?
We've solved it.
Oh, finally, I get my answers.
Oh, they got the answer already. It was in the comic that no one read.
We're not gonna talk about those comics, Wizard.
That mask. No, it can't be. It's not possible.
Yeah, so that was obviously her acknowledging that she knew about the mask from Ragnarok. Mordred says, can you talk about the comics? The Assassin's Creed comics where they end the entire plot of like multiple games within like one issue and they never touched on it?
Yeah.
Baki says, Egypt when? Well, Baki, in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, Egypt now.
If there's another mask,
now,
their path isn't safe.
Mordred, you're a mythology guy. What have you seen this? What's your take on it?
I have to find a way back.
Because there are some mysteries about some of the stuff in this. I mean, we know a couple of them pretty obvious. I've seen some discussion about the Glub Shidos. Loading screen, hidden loading screen. Mordred says, bullshit, it's all bullshit. Well, that's interesting.
Not interested in seeing how they butcher Norse myth this time. Well, actually, it doesn't look like there's going to be a whole lot of Norse myth in this. So these two guys, I had the captions on apparently because they don't have it here. I thought it was baked in, but they're speaking Mongolian.
Way is closed.
Yeah, they give off like a Chinese vibe.
Yeah. There's also a loading screen. That's like a Chinese fox thing. At least it looks like it. Maybe not. It looks more scaled. Hey, look. See?
Is that the same one?
It's either way. It doesn't come back. Like we don't see it again.
Oh God.
There it goes.
Hey, kid. Let him go.
What it looks like to me. And then this guy showed up, and I'm like, it's an Oni. He's like an Oni guy.
Oh yeah, it's straight up. It's an Oni.
But it's actually not an Oni. It's a
It's
Hindu
not?
guy. It's a Hindu guy. Or a Buddhist guy. Buddhist guy.
Wait, this ain't Yama or Yama, is it?
They name him in the blog. Let me find
Because King Yama or King Yama, depending on which part of Asia you're in, is the judge of the damned in hell.
He is. I looked him up before, and he's Begtse, Begtse. He is a war god.
Well, there's your god of war for the title, folks.
The Oni are Buddhist, actually.
Yeah.
Buddhist. He looks good. He's a different design, and he's a good depiction. Stands out. It's like he doesn't look like he's a Norse monster. You know, they gave those guys a specific look.
Oh yeah. Like even if I didn't know exactly what this was to begin with, I was like, oh, that's clearly something Asian.
Yeah. They were right to give this some like build up, because once you saw it, you knew right away when you saw the design of this lady. You're like, that's fucking Egyptian is what that is.
Now at first when I first saw her come out, I thought it was Aztec.
Yeah, you get a little bit with the hair, with the
Yeah, I thought she was I thought she was gonna be an Aztec god. I was thinking like, is this like some kind of Quetzalcoatl type of thing, or but then like when I realized it was Egyptian, I was like, it's the cobra on the crotch. I was like,
we got Mordred a little bit. He's like, never mind, or at least watch the playthrough before buying though. But he guesses Eset. It's that helmet's his origin. It's not Eset. The name is at least said with her.
yeah, the cobra crotch. That's what told me. Oh yeah,
Cobra crotch.
That's Egyptian.
Cobra Crotch, my favorite metal band, by the way.
Hell yeah! Shout out Snowman.
Not set either. Quetzalcoatl, yeah. Quetzalcoatl's a dude.
I didn't know what this was to begin with.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was a dude or a chick.
Yeah, so she has a shard of the mask in her hand, which is what lets us think that she had done that. We have currently 11 people watching. Don't forget to hit the like on the stream and subscribe if you haven't already. Every Wednesday night, we talk about all nerd topics like this and more.
This is important to you. I wonder, do you think this could set you free?
Okay, pause. I want you to pay attention to that because I'm going to tell you my theory here in a second. I want you to remember that. I want you to remember that, what she said.
You know what's good too, in that it kind of gets like overlooked, is that having a female protagonist like this, but she also gets her ass handed to her a little bit too. Like she's not like, it's not fetishized like Lara Croft in the reboot was, where she's like, dear God, they're just killing this woman in different ways.
Yeah, like they were getting off on how many ways we can brutalize and kill this bitch. Like that's what was happening in the Lara Croft reboot.
But with this, it's more like, I mean, they're not treating her with kid gloves either. She's not a girl boss. She's not girl bossing. You know?
You touch me again, and I swear, I will kill you.
Would you like to see how hard it is to die here, Godly? I can show you.
It is also interesting calling her a godling, or so. Like, if only gods end up here, then how is she here? They never established her being a god at all, unless it was the mask that brought her. She obviously didn't intend to get here.
I mean,
shard in her hand.
I mean, okay, so I've got another theory here. All right, he calls her godling, and if she could end up here, there might be a chance that Calliope's here. Because Kratos is a god, Calliope's his daughter. Maybe? I mean, would she count as a godling?
Well, I don't know how it works, because we see her in like the Elysian Fields, right? Like
we do, but you also got to keep in mind that Greece got fucked. We don't know what happened to all the people that died.
And we know Valhalla exists too in the Norse. Like, I don't know how the land of the dead, of paradise and all that. I guess they'll tell us.
I mean, it could be a situation where like the people that were in the Elysian Fields, when the Greek world was for the most part destroyed, they could have like died again, like they're super dead, and like, you know, Calliope, like having some divine lineage, she could have ended up here.
Yeah. That would be wild, Jesker, says Roygen. Yeah, I don't know how this works. Roygen says, could Kratos kill these guys when he left Olympus? Nah, they wouldn't have. They wouldn't have done something like that.
I think these were.
You can't keep me here.
They're definitely killed by their own somethings. Actually,
yeah, something happened in these other pantheons that led to their deaths. Like, Kratos ain't the only god killer.
The gateway is closed. There is no escape.
I thought they were gonna kiss.
I know, right? Like Yuri, toxic Yuri.
More pain.
I don't know what's up with that like fucking observation tower over there. That's wild shit. It's on the cover art too. Like it's gonna be fucking Copernicus is over there or some shit. Like people were joking, like, dear God, Jesus Christ, he's coming. He's gonna be in this game. Final boss.
It's finally happening, folks.
Sekhmet.
No.
So there you go, Mordred. It's Sekhmet. Is who this is. Also a goddess of war as well.
Betsy.
Yeah, there it is, Bexy. Okay, so that's how that's when they say it.
I will handle that problem. You Deal with
could
Arya.
Kratos' brother be here? Well, I don't know how. Like, I don't know in what ways this afterlife works. Like, is Balder, Magni, Modi, Odin? Well, Odin's soul got crushed, so he's definitely not here.
Well,
Thor's probably here.
So you want me? Okay. I'm just
let's
gonna
wait.
all right. We'll wait.
Yeah, we'll wait until the end. Breakdown. I mean, I do like that they gave us so much of this cutscene here, but it's also like we're just watching a whole ass cutscene. There's no gameplay. Got a little bit. But... I love how they depict this cat though. It is really cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like what Baki is saying. Sekhmet is a goddess of lions, and there's a lion.
Yeah, but it's not hairy. It's like rock. It's like rock, right? Like it's got scales.
Not every lion has a mane, wizard.
I know, but like still, like it's cool. Like it's a very divine way to like showing a.
You ever seen a mountain lion?
Well, I mean, like it's just a divine way of showing a animal, like a godlike lion. It's not just a big lion. It also has like 6 legs, I think, too.
Here, kitty.
But I also like how it just flies by flying.
Oh, the flying animation is awesome on this.
Yeah, like it just does it.
Like,
doesn't give a fuck.
It's so unique. I love it.
Yeah, there's no wings. It just flies. But yeah, you can see if you count, it has 6 legs. We're either going to kill that thing or tame it. Origin says it does look cool.
Pause it for a second. So I've complained about like I've not been able to tell like a big difference between PS4 and PS5 games.
Yeah.
This is the first PS5 game I've looked at. I'm like, okay, I can see it. I can see the upgrade here. And it's probably because I have Ragnarok in 2018 to compare it to. But yeah, I can tell the difference with this one. Like this is the first time that I'm like, I actually see where the PS5's graphical power, I actually see where it's going.
Yeah.
Because this is fucking wild. I mean, this looks fucking insane, dude.
Well, when Ragnarok was stuck onto the console, right? Like it was stuck on PS4 still. Like it was.
Yeah.
And so now this is like we're leaving PS4 behind.
Yeah.
Is that a telescope asteroid? Yeah, like that tower has like a big telescope for some reason.
So I got to give Sony props here, man. Like this is actually the first PS5 game I've looked at. I'm like, yeah, this looks like it would not be possible on PS4.
Okay, I think they're gone.
Yeah, this now, Mordred, I'm gonna need your expertise on if you can.
I have no idea where the fuck this is from. Oh wait, I do know where this is from.
So I heard a couple of things. The strangest one I heard was Bleach.
So I know where this is from. Okay, this is the talking Jello monster from my nightmares as a child.
That would explain it.
That's what the fuck this. So wait a minute. Whoa, Bleach?
Yeah, I heard that. So Bleach has I just saw manga panels out of context, but I saw a sword embedded in a cube, and that that sword that the Bleach people were talking about is like an important sword. But I don't know if Bleach pulls from mythology or something.
Well, yes, actually. So Bleach pulls heavily from Buddhism. Bleach pulls majorly from Buddhism. But when I first saw this, I saw a sword embedded in something. Like my mind went to the Sword in the Stone.
Yeah,
King
people
Arthur.
were saying that. People, here's like
I saw this.
Oh no, that's not a bubble though. That's like a thing of water. That's shit, I can't remember his name. This is the dude. So there's like these swords in Bleach called Zanpakutos toes that they have like their own like spirits inside of them and stuff. Like they're technically a part of your soul, but it's like a piece that's been cut off and it like gets its own sentience and stuff, and it becomes a Zanpakuto. This is the guy that forges the Zanpakutos. So what he's doing is he's forged a Zanpakuto and he just stuck it in that water there to cool it. You know, like when you cast a sword, it's hot iron and you stick it in the in water to cool it. That's what's going on there. Yeah, because he actually forges the Zanpakutos.
So anyway, so that was one thing I saw. Another thing I saw was the cube of Saturn, which I've never heard of in my life.
I haven't either. I'm gonna look that up. Cube of Saturn.
Yeah, cube of Saturn.
The cube of Saturn,
the black cube of Saturn,
or black cube of Saturn, is a popular concept in esoteric philosophy, occultism, and alternative history. It links Saturn's astrological, mythological, and astronomical characteristics to the physical and symbolic representation of boundaries, time, and the material world.
That's some shit that Mordred would probably would know about.
So it says a circle represents the infinite or the divine, while a square or cube represents the physical material realm. Because Saturn is historically known as the boundary of the visible universe and the lord of karma, the cube symbolizes containment, discipline, time, and physical limitations.
So it's also possible that this cube is we're thinking it's a cube and then it just becomes something else, and it'll be like, of course this is the natural form, and it was Jesus all along, right?
Or maybe, I mean, if you want to go with that esoteric idea of the cube of Saturn, maybe the sword represents the divine, the cube represents the material world, and the divine is trapped in the material world. Which that gets into some Gnostic type of stuff where like the soul is imprisoned in the physical realm.
We'll see, but no one's has an explanation. No one's able to go like, of course, it's the Mesopotamian Jello cube, like no one's got
the Mesopotamian, the real famous Mesopotamian Jello cube that was worshipped by the Mesopotamian people. Yeah, everybody knows about that. You didn't learn that in 6th grade history, wizard? Come on now.
Oh, you're different.
You're a cube. Talking. You know what? It doesn't matter. How do we get out of here?
Yeah, we've tried. There's no way out.
And you're a talking sword.
I'm not the sword. I'm the ribbons, obviously. And my name is Rue. The cube is Frank.
Frank the Cube.
What, you don't remember the Mesopotamians worshipping Frank the Cube?
Yeah, you don't remember Mesopotamians had Frank the Cube?
Wizard. That was like day one in 6th grade history and mythology class. Come on, wizard. Keep up. Come on. We all know about Frank the Cube. He was a badass.
Frank the Cube. Yeah.
I'm Faye. There has to be a way out of here.
A way out? But you're not even all here.
Of course I'm not here. I'm dead.
You have to be dead to come through the gateway.
It's like you're holding something back.
This isn't working.
Yeah, so we get some like, curious dialogue. Wonder what that means.
Well, see, I thought maybe it ties into like her ashes.
Where are we anyway?
So like
the life of the gods.
When Kratos spreads her, like when Kratos spreads her ashes, and he says, "Find your way home." Like maybe like because I'm assuming this is gonna take place over the course of both 2018 and Ragnarok, but maybe like when he spreads her ashes, like that part of her like goes to this realm and she gets an upgrade later on.
Or something like she as being a giant, she's supposed to go to the light of Alfheim.
Right.
That's what she says. Like, this is in the light of Alfheim. So I think that's what he meant by like find your way home, like go to the light of Alfheim. But the holding something back, I think it's more that it's like she wasn't meant to go at the time she did, and she's like, well, she finds out that there's a second mass, so she's like, I gotta stop him, right?
Hey,
Danny from LA is correct. The cube is spelled Frank like that.
I call it the everyone.
The everyone, so we get a name drop.
Great.
So we're reaching OC territories now with God of War. Where now they're just like, let's just make shit up. Yeah.
Oh shit! Listen to this. Hold
So,
up. Pause. Listen to this stupid shit. This is what the wiki describes Frank as. At some point, Frank, a cosmic cube.
Yeah. I think it says that in the blog.
So we're bringing Marvel into this shit?
They got Marvel stuff. It's the Tesseract.
Fuck me, dude.
Well, the Cosmic Cube in the original comics, like, grants wishes. Like, that's what it does. It can, like, rewrite reality as per, like, a wish. So I don't know if that actually pulls from something. Like, knowing Jack Kirby, it could.
What you didn't realize is that God of War, just like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, it was always part of the MCU.
Yeah.
It's the plan, boss.
Not your boss, Frank.
Well, also the actress for, the Faye is in the MCU. Remember, she's Karen.
Yeah.
Daredevil.
Yep.
And the voice of, I was thinking of the Wolverine game that the voice of Wolverine was Taron Malikos in Jedi Fallen Order, and obviously with Callisto being the master in that, so it's like a reunion of that.
That cask. That's why you're trapped.
Yeah. Wait, you made that big explosion happen,
Apparently,
right?
they actually motion captured this
you do
guy
that
with
again?
a cube.
My magic.
Are
you serious?
Wrong.
Yeah, he has like a PVC pipe square around his
feel
body.
wrong here.
Jesus.
You want out, right?
I think we all want that.
We definitely do.
Faye, you need to accept it. All of it. You're dead.
How? How do I accept that?
Simple. Focus. You're here. Be here.
But what if I need to be somewhere else?
Then focus on what you do need.
Yeah, it's played by Dennis Quaid's son. Dennis Quaid.
Hey, that's it. What were you thinking of?
Frank.
A promise.
Okay, we'll take it. Now let's get out of here.
Okay. Get ready.
Yeah, it was at this moment when she was looking for a way out. I thought she was gonna like grow to be a giant. I thought that'd been like, that's her Spartan rage. She can grow really big.
Wait, not a good idea. Bad idea.
Loading screen.
I mean, I'd rather that than them fade to black for the loading
Yeah,
screen.
it's just always funny when you know to look for it.
Kratos.
Did you see the theory about this? That's some fake bullshit and it's not real at all. But
Yeah, when he goes into the light and that.
no,
is that-
actually, no, it's when in Thor or in Ragnarok when Thor kills.
Oh,
him.
when Thor kill. Well,
But that doesn't align with the timeline. This is literally taking place 10 minutes after her ashes.
But hold up,
her
though,
body's
Wizard.
burned.
Hold up, though, Wizard. If this is some kind of higher transcendent realm,
No, don't do the time flows differently shit. It doesn't work.
The linear flow of time may not fucking matter.
Yeah, but also, why is he so calm about it? I think it's just more symbolic.
I mean,
it's
it probably is, but I'm
Probably
just saying.
Athena.
Don't be. Whoa. But don't be surprised if they do some timey-wimey stuff like that.
Oh, they're definitely going to do that. I mean, we'll get to that at the end. That they're definitely going to use this to explain some mysteries in the first game. See, like the walkthrough and the particle thing. That's Athena does that when Kratos walks through her and when after he gets the Blades of Chaos. Athena's manipulating Faye.
I just noticed that. Yeah, I just note that. I did not put that together, but no, you're right.
Yep.
Kratos.
Time flows differently between realms, Danny, but they never established that time flows differently between like the Greek world and the regular world, right? Like in like the underworld, Kratos says that he doesn't realize its concept until the Norse get like it's basically like the Norse realms.
But yeah, but at the same time though, like it's true that like if you look at the underworld and the mortal world and the Greek world, time doesn't flow differently, but that's not the same kind of afterlife as what we're dealing with here. This is like an afterlife that transcends the typical afterlives. This is something.
But I think
this is something above.
I think that it's just simplest answer. I think it's obviously a mystery that they're setting up and the way that everything looks.
I'm just saying, like, if you look at it though, like if you look at like the Greek world and the Norse realm like existing on like the same plane, then like whatever this is, and like even like the afterlives are like part of that plane, they're like connected to that plane. Whatever this is, whatever this afterlife of the gods is, it's like on a plane sitting above it. It's like all that stuff that like in the regular world is like 3-dimensional, and you go a step up, this is like 4th or 5th dimensional shit.
Yeah, I think it will make more sense narratively to have the time flowing regularly, because we'll be able to have some moments like with the Light of Alfheim. If she has a moment where she actually can reach out to Kratos through the Light of Alfheim, where they're in that part of the story, and it like you can have that link of being like, oh shit, this is this part of that story. You know, it'll be pretty cool. Where it can still flow differently, where it's like for her, it's only like a day or so, and then for Kratos, Kratos' story really only takes place in the matter of a day because the time doesn't move at all. But something like that. So this is where it picks up. This is where it gets crazy. Yeah, cube.
Rue? I think you should give her the sword.
How do I know I can trust her?
I'll give it back. I promise.
Okay. Take it.
She who pulls the sword from the cube shall be Queen of England.
Yeah, that there's a lot, like obviously your brain goes right away to, oh, it's Excalibur, right? But I don't think they'd use Excalibur for this.
Well, yeah, but you also have to remember that Excalibur. So Excalibur is not actually the sword in the stone.
Yeah, that's true.
Excalibur and the sword. I know that in modern times they've been conflated into being the same sword, but they're not, because Excalibur was actually a sword gifted to Arthur by the Lady. Yes, by the Lady of the Lake. So
the sword in the stone was a sword enchanted by Merlin.
Yeah, it's actually, I don't think it actually has a name. The sword in the stone. So they're not the same.
But either way, so this sword, like it, Arthurian legend is implied to have happened within Mimir's realm, like Mimir's mythology, because he's obviously Celtic, and he mentions right. Shakespeare, he mentions Arthur, stuff like it's crazy what they have with him. But I've heard that this is a different Celtic sword. I've heard that there's a lot of theories. The hilt has like a Chinese kind of dragon on it. So
see, I got more Chinese vibes from this.
Yeah, but they talk about it like it's some scary thing. Like you'll hear the Oni guy talk about how it's like, you know what that sword is? So it seems to be some type of special weapon, and I don't think that they'd use Excalibur for something like this. I think Atreus would be the one that would get Excalibur. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This was like Doctor Stranged you and then kicks your soul's ass. Like, do damage to you. It's crazy. And I had described this when I talked to you about this. Like, this is the Wonder Woman game, you know, that we needed. Like the way she moves with the sword and the lashing. It's Wonder Woman. And I love her combat. I'm excited to play it.
I don't need help. Here we go. Coming up behind.
Cube. He's bouncing.
You get him, Cube. You whoop their ass.
And she like dodges that attack by going completely like deleting herself. Like if you actually see, she doesn't like dodge it. She disappears. That's actually crazy animation there.
Dude, this is so fucking good.
Yeah, the animation on this is wild. They definitely took a lot of like the combat they designed from Tyr in the DLC.
Yeah.
To have how she moves. Yeah, let's see here. She like
Origin says it's hip to be square.
It's hip to be square. I mean, he's stronger than a square. He is a cube. Before time began, there was the cube. Yeah, so it's like he swings, and she just blips out of existence.
God, man, it's so. Man, fuck the haters. This is looking so good.
Yeah. Rank combo, which someone pointed out. So remember when you have Atreus, right? And you have like a companion. What button do you push to make them shoot? It's square. So it's like square is cube button. I just love to rip the soul out and then kick your ass.
Got an idea on opening that cage.
I find it funny that she's just running around with a gelatinous cube. Exactly. It's the Mesopotamian cube god. God of War is becoming D&D.
Hey kids, get ready! Come on! No!
I don't even know what this guy is. You know what he's supposed to be.
Feel like I ought to know him though. Like I've actually been racking my brain around this. I feel like I should know who this kid is. Like it's the horns.
Yeah, like he could be Celtic, he could be Eastern, you know, who knows. Well, they didn't give him a whole lingering presence, so he might not be anything. He might just be like ethereal being like
no,
I
so theory time on this one. I think that this is going to be our Atreus.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a moment where like she gets really attached to this kid because she kind of sees Atreus in him, and he's going to have that moment to be like, I'm not your son. You know, like they're going to have like that moment. Like I
from LA, thank you for subbing. Hopefully you guys do a breakdown of the Last of Us games. I'm obsessed with that lore. Well, Danny, if you go back and look at our stream clips playlist, you'll actually see when we've talked about the shows, because I have watched the shows. I have not played the second game myself, but I have played the first game pretty extensively. But I've definitely read into the Last of Us lore, but we have talked about the other PlayStation exclusives and a lot to do with all those. But thank you for subbing, Danny.
So you can't tell me there is not going to be a moment, especially because this kid, he's kind of hesitant to accept her help. Like he's got an independent streak to him. She's going to try and be like motherly towards him. And like they're going to have a moment where he has to turn around and be like, You got to stop. I'm not your son.
So what I picture here, I'm not picturing like an Atreus level companion because he's not on the cover. Cube is on the cover. Cube is Atreus. The Cube is boy.
I'm not saying that he's like going to be like by her side throughout the game, but I think like they're gonna like he's gonna have like she's gonna see Atreus in him. That's what I'm getting at.
There's that. I think as far as like mechanically, I think this guy might be either a merchant or a smith. We'll need that. We'll need to upgrade our stuff.
That's interesting.
Like Kratos with Pandora's origin.
Yeah, actually, yes, that is the perfect comparison. This is going to be her Pandora. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Promise to keep. Fine, but lady, that sword, it's more than you think it is.
Yeah, so this sword is a big deal.
I feel like I should know that kid.
I feel like they would have put attention to it, like I said, if he's meant to be a specific pantheon, but I haven't seen Twitter talk about it. So.
Are you ready? I will kill you.
Don't make promises you can't keep, Gotham.
Cube. There he goes.
Try again.
Faye, focus.
Did you hear it?
The Faye focus?
Yeah, focus, Em.
Am I supposed to get a reference here?
Maybe you weren't here when we did the Focus M lore. I think Snowman was.
Yeah, I don't. It's not clicking for me.
Remember that? Did I ever show you AAA Mario?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so this is what the Focus.
You made it.
That you, Peach? I see Toadsworth roped you into this too.
The Monarch's job is never done, but we can talk more later. Bowser's castle should be just up ahead.
I thought I smelled something burning.
Focus M. Bowser's got the power stars, and you know what that means.
Yeah, trouble.
Exactly. So watch your back. Oh.
You know, like just the AAA way of writing, you know, and just the
Nintendo, don't you ever do that.
Focus M, you know, and so many people like the Focus M writing became like such a meme where it's like this, it perfectly encapsulates like Spider-Man Insomniac, like Spider-Man 2 and stuff like that. Watch it be a demon in the form of a sword like Stormbringer. Maybe.
It's her Zanpakuto toe, and she's going to go Bankai later.
That was a whole lot of words you just said.
Somebody will get it.
Cube attack. You got a cube attack.
You don't know what you wield.
What is it?
Okay, hold up. Pause. I love. I'm glad that they're doing this. It's a small thing, but like when she's not using the sword, it's on her back.
Yeah.
So I know that's like a common aesthetic in fantasy to where like, oh, you put the sword on your back. In real life, that doesn't work out too well. If the sword is too long, you can't actually grab it and pull it out of the sheath. Like the reach of your arm from your elbow is not long enough to where you can actually do that. Like you.
Well, and that's why like they do that with the Leviathan axe, right? But because Kratos can call it to his hand,
exactly,
you can just explain it away with that, and it's the same way with this sword here.
Yeah,
it can move independently of her.
But I appreciate that because they're taking that into consider, because I do see it like in a lot of stuff to where, oh, you got the sword in the sheath on the back, and it's like, no, like you wouldn't actually be able to pull out the sword long enough to get it out of the sheath. But if
You're scared of this sword. Why?
I fear nothing.
The combat, I mean, obviously a lot of these moves are like you unlock them later. There's no way this is the starting move set, but it's still really cool and it makes me really excited to play it. Remember, like this girl went toe to toe with Thor in the lore. You know?
Oh yeah.
So she's on par with Kratos.
I don't give up.
I also wonder, just mid-frame getting her ass kicked, but what our ranged attack will be, because with Kratos, you know, he can throw the axe, and Atreus can shoot the bow, but like, are we gonna be able to throw the sword? Because that'll be cool.
Well, like a fucking strike rate in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, like, you know, be able to aim it and throw it like we can the axe, or is we just gonna be able to like shoot the ribbons?
Oh, fuck it, dude. Let's do it.
And here we're right to build up towards the big finish. See, like she shot the ribbons out just then, so that's what makes me think that it'll be that. We get God of War. Loud. So yeah, so we know release date on it, but that was a whole lot of a finished game they just showed. So I assume we're getting this in the spring. That's my bet.
I think so too. I get that vibe that it's going to be a spring game in 2027.
Noxie says they're scared of the sword. I'm telling you, it's a demon. It probably feeds on the souls of men, monsters, and gods. Like it could, because they can't die in the realm because the sword kills them entirely. That like actually kills them. Like, and that's why they're afraid of it. And that's why you actually are killing these creatures. And that's why they stay dead, I guess. Because otherwise it'd be a roguelike, I suppose.
I just appreciate, again, like them actually doing the whole mystical thing with the sword. It's like, well, it's on your back because, you know, it's like magically there. It makes more sense. So theory time.
So well, let's first get into there was some news about it. So here's Corey Balrog. Ragnarok and Laufey all exist within a single shared universe. Everything that we're doing inside of this game running in parallel to the timeline of 2018 and Ragnarok also has direct connections to everything, so that everything is part of a single universe inside of it. None of this is like we're telling a side story. This is a new chapter in the same book, a massive book, and we're starting a show. This is more than you could imagine. So more or less like what we thought. And according to insiders, this is not years away. We're in Jason Schreier, which is, like I said, you're not going to see this in 2028. It's going to be soon. So that's why I'm pretty sure it's the spring.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a spring 2027 game, definitely. I forgot what article it was, but somebody like specifically said it's the next mainline entry.
Yeah, I thought I had saved that, but I guess I didn't.
Which I was not expecting. Like I have been on record on this show, I don't know how many times, saying the next mainline God of War, like God of War 6. Essentially, God of War 6 is going to be Atreus in Egypt. Like I've said that over and over.
We made a whole bet. We were like, the next game is gonna be, you know, that it's got to be Kratos, or it's got to be, you know, because you can't have God of War without Kratos. And they had said that, and they were like, well, too bad.
Well, yeah, because I said, like, look, guys, Kratos is the God of War in the Norse pantheon now. He's finally got some peace. Like, I'm not saying his story is over, but I'm saying his story and his character's at a point where you just kind of let him lie for a little bit. And they obviously set up something with Atreus, and I thought it made sense. Okay, next God of War 6 is going to be Atreus. Like, it's not going to be Kratos, it's going to be Atreus. And I feel like people have warmed up and down to Atreus to where they'd be okay with that. And then Lao Fei, you know, I thought was going to be a spin-off title. They would kind of fill in the holes and the gaps, the missing parts of the narrative in 2018 Ragnarok, which is that. I mean, that does seem to be the purpose of what they're doing because it's running alongside those games. But it's not a spin-off title. It's been described as the next mainline title. Because my whole thing was like, you got the Lao Face, the Face spin-off. Atreus is going to be the main character of the next mainline game, and then the Greek trilogy remake is supposed to, people that would bitch about that. It's like, well, no, you still have Kratos over here, like with this remake. But this being considered, I mean, this is basically being considered God of War 6.
Yeah, my thoughts was that I said this to you earlier, that it was like, I'm thinking that they're going to do we're definitely now, I think the Atreus game will 100% happen.
Oh,
it'll happen before we get another Kratos game. And I think we're going to get Lao Fei this game. We're going to get some answers, questions answered and everything. Then we're going to get the Atreus game, and then we're going to get a Kratos game that actually is like a crossover game of like everyone comes back. Like Lao Fei comes back to life. Atreus is an adult now. He's coming back. He's got his own power-ups from his game. And then we're going to all team up to fight Anubis or some shit, like Osiris or Ra or whoever we're fighting. We're going to team up and fight them.
It's
be a big deal.
What makes me feel so confident about this is that they clearly have a vision and a plan in mind of where they want God of War to go. We don't understand all the pieces right now, but they clearly have a vision in mind. And that gives me a lot of confidence going forward.
Yeah, if this ties into stuff like the Light of Alfheim, remember Ragnarok, the visions that Kratos was getting of Faye in Ragnarok were like, what is happening? What are these? And how it's like, he's like, are they dreams? And Kratos says like, no, there's something else. We never got a full explanation about that. If it's that, if we see her do that, so like, who knows how we do it, and it does this set up Athena. Is Athena the Palpatine that we're all gonna come and fight against too? Is that how we're doing it?
All right. Can I do my theory?
You can do your theory.
Okay. So I know there's a lot of speculation that this is the higher plane of existence that Odin saw when he looked in the crack in reality. I don't think that's what this is, or at least I don't think it's specifically that. What I think is going on here is that I think just like how like in Christianity you have like a heaven and a hell, I think that there's the higher plane of existence, which is like a heaven type of place, like a higher positive realm that dead gods can go to. And then there's a lower realm that the gods can go to.
Yeah.
And I think this is that lower realm. I don't think this is what Odin was seeing. Like, I don't think that this is it. I think like Thor and I think Athena, even though Athena may still be a villain, she died. Like I remember an interview where they said like it
was gods who die
herself.
selflessly. Yeah.
Yes.
That was how Thor died the exact same way.
Right. And I think that gets them into like the higher realm, like the heaven that gods would go to. I think this is, and the question is, why is Faye here? Like, I don't think she's evil, but why is she here? But I think this is a hell for the gods. And so because of that, Athena, I think may be in this, but I don't think she's part of this realm. Like, she's not bound to it. You know what I mean? Like, she's not trapped here. And the reason why I think this may be the case is because when Sekhmet pulls like the piece of the mask, like the piece of wood from Faye, and says, "You think this is going to set you free?"
Yeah.
I take that as meaning like a get out of hell card. Like get out of hell free. Like the mask is like somehow the mask, like she's thinking the mask would like free Faye, you know, like get Faye to like that higher realm. And because of that, I think there's a good chance we're going to see Zeus. Because I think Zeus would have gone to, if this is like a hell for the gods, Zeus would have gone here.
The ones are here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
there's a lot of possibility with something like this.
Now, here's a crazy thing too. You want to go back to OG God of War? Ares could be here.
Ares
could be here.
All the people Kratos killed.
And I would not be surprised if that Kratos we saw was Zeus in disguise. Because remember,
Zeus, right, now you're
no, Zeus can shapeshift. Remember, because he was the grave digger in the in the Greek trilogy.
Well, I mean, yeah, he can shapeshift because he's Zeus, and he can. Be
I think there's a good chance that Zeus.
Ruby's here. Hello, Ruby.
I think Zeus could be the villain here, and I think he could be manipulating Faye because
I want to know.
He's trying to get back at Kratos.
We see in this here, always got to look at the cover art because that tells you go to a lot of locations that are on the cover art. This observing tower is front and center. We got the cube, we got the ribbons, we got the Faye, we got this telescope. Pretty nuts, like celestial stuff. That's pretty crazy.
Or what if? Hold up, I just saw something. What if Zeus actually feels remorse? And like he actually teams up with Faye, and
Zeus is the cube, is what you're saying. He's actually going to help.
Oh no, I don't think he's the cube.
Zeus cube theory confirmed.
But I think I mean maybe Zeus is trying to redeem himself.
Maybe
that would be wild. This is what's fun about this because it's so unexpected.
Yeah,
because we all thought it was going to be a prequel. But they could go so many places with this. I'm excited, man. I'm so excited. They have
like, even just like gameplay wise, like I was thinking about like the armor sets we can get. Armor sets in a world where all the pantheons and cultures are there. We'll be able to be like samurai armor, fucking Aztec shit, you know, Greek stuff again. Who knows what? Crazy shit. You know, it'll be all the customization. I want to get a Greek outfit that makes her look like Wonder Woman. That's what I want. And then Roygen does ask a good question. Zeus was corrupted by the evils in Pandora's box.
I think at least I think that the evil was always there in the Greek gods because the Greek gods are dicks. Let's just keep it 100.
Yeah.
Most of them are dicks. Not all of them, but most of them. And I think the evil's amplified what was already there because Zeus had to have a fear of one of his sons taking. Because I mean, that's the thing. Like, yeah, like Zeus was corrupted by the evils in the box. Specifically, the evil that corrupted him was fear. But at the same time, like Zeus still had Deimos kidnapped before Pandora's box was ever opened. So he was still afraid of the prophecy. He was still afraid of one of his sons overtaking him because that's what he did to his own dad, and that's what his dad did to his grandfather. So I think it just amplified it.
So, besides all the theories and everything, we do have to look at someone's opinion on it. This is David Jaffe, known wrong opinion haver. David Jaffe, original God of War creator, David Jaffe. So let's see what he has to say about his really he hates everything about the new God of War, but surely he will like this.
The fuck was that? Lofty? What the fuck is Lofty? That looks like shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. Reminds me of that game Forspoken a little bit. I think that looks so uninspired and it looks so dull. And you guys have to remember that is the opening of the game, probably, because it says X for new game. It's possible there's a prelude, but that seems clearly towards the opening. It's dead. That game is not going to do well for what they expect it to do. Here's my point. If you got rid of God of War, like look at what the internet was asking for. A lot of people were saying, oh, well, maybe she gets to go into other pantheons. Okay, so do we get to see Chinese mythology, Egyptian, whatever, right? This just feels like Corey or somebody wanted to write a fantasy story. And I'm not saying, it's not going to be rooted and grounded in some actual mythology of something. Maybe it already is, and I'm just not aware of it. But you've lost the gore and the violence that made the first game. You've lost the character. You already lost him after 2018 because he changed so much he wasn't Kratos anymore. Now you've lost the identifiable mythology of it. And you've also lost you've lost me with the cube. It's in the little.
Does not like the cube. He's a cube hater. I am on team Cube.
He's Cubist.
He's not like an artist. Because cubism is a thing, right?
I have no idea where you're going with this, Wizard.
No, cubism. It's a thing. It's like a style of art. Anyway.
All right, Picasso.
Yeah. So, so it's just like he's always just bitching. Like David Jaffe's always like, all the shit that I did isn't a thing anymore, and it's Kratos' head character development.
Bro, I'm gonna quote the Downfall movie. People that are familiar with the Hitler rant parodies will get this. Poor old man. He's just bitter. Like he doesn't. He's just a bitter, washed up loser. Let's just keep it 100.
Yeah,
here, right?
like he had like Kratos was like his like masculinity, like what he thought was cool. Yeah, and that's what it was. And then he just still thinks that that's the thing to do. When if they were still making God of Wars like that, Kratos, they never would have got past 2018.
What he doesn't understand is that if you want to write a believable character, you have to have them evolve. You have to have them develop. I mean, it's literally called character development.
Yeah.
And keeping Kratos as who he was during the Greek saga, after he killed the vast majority of the pantheon, especially after he killed Zeus, that doesn't make sense. Like, you're just artificially creating reasons for him to be angry and vengeful. And it's why? Like, you're just like, it would be a stretch. Like the idea that like after all this time that he would feel regret, he would feel remorse because he's had what 100 years I think there is between the Greek games and like when he shows up in the North's
realm, not longer. I don't know. But.
Like, you don't think like he had time to think all this shit over? Of course he did. So this idea that he like ended up feeling remorse and is trying to be better, it makes sense. It's an interesting route to take the character. I like the Greek games. I get what they were going for there, but you can't keep the character stagnant. Stagnation is death. But no, he wants this because it was it's like you said, this was his power fantasy.
Yeah.
And he feels like that, he had his toy taken away. And he's a
Disney
fucking
character at the
man-child.
beginning. This seems like just a fantasy. Like you if they would have taken God of War off the title and you didn't know the God of War story and there wasn't Kratos, it was just a story about this goddess who dies, you would not be talking about this game. In my opinion, really fucking goofy, man. Really fucking goofy that it's like that nobody pulled somebody aside and said, this is not God of War. I don't know what the fuck this is. This is like some fantasy novel that I didn't like it at all. And I'll probably play it for the stream because I'm sure there'll be interest. But if it wasn't for that, I have no interest in playing that game. I think it looks dull. It looks repetitive. It looks been there, done that.
It looks repetitive.
The cover is terrible. The name is terrible. I don't think that's going to be the final cover. It looks like Forspoken. It's got that flavor to it. It feels very uninspired.
Yeah, there you go. That's known wrong opinion. Known bitter bitch, David Jaffe. No lie, that dude in Sword Talking did kind of remind me of Forspoken. Yeah, but it doesn't have the oh, I guess that I have a talking sword. Oh, I guess you're a cube. Oh, I guess this is I'm fighting a demon. This is a thing that I do now. It doesn't have that dialogue.
Oh yeah, totally. Radical, tubular. Whoa. It's like,
you know, like how it's how everything's like, wow, crazy. I'm, you know,
whoa.
Like if you ever want a good laugh, like watch I think it's the Oni Plays Boys. They would literally predict the lines of Forspoken as they played them. It was really funny. Like they would just be like, I'm surprised the guy hasn't gone like, oh, I don't like this any more than you do. And then the guy says it 1 second later.
Yeah, like
Ruby says, I do agree the name is dumb.
But that's literally the name of the character.
Yeah, it does signify that it is a side game. It's a different thing.
I mean, but
if it was called God of War Underweather, whatever the place is called, like that would be a little bit weird. But I assume it's because they're gonna have God of War Atreus or God of War Loki. Well, they're using the real name, so it would be God of War Loki.
But I mean, but her name is Lao Fei.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what do you want them to like? That's her fucking name. Like, it's what do you want to do? Just call it God of War Fei? Like that sounds a little weird. Lao Fei, like, no, it's fine. It's fine. Y'all are bitches.
Oh, it's something else.
It's fine.
Anyway, someone else has some negative thoughts on it, and that's Domino's Pizza. UK branch says God of War with no Kratos equals pepperoni passion with no pepperoni. Santa Monica responded, thanks for the feedback, Domino's Pizza corporate account.
All right. Well, I'm switching over to Pizza Hut and Domino's. Or Pizza Hut and Papa John's. But
anyway.
God, look, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, when this game comes out and it ends up selling bangers, I can't I'm gonna have fun with the game, but at the same time, I'm also gonna probably have more fun watching all these people like that were bitching and moaning about this, try and come up with all these excuses like, well, it looks like it's selling well, but if you actually break down the numbers, blah 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 blah, it's like, all right, there we go. Cope and seed.
Yeah. So anyway, that is our show for this week. Really, that state of play just took over everything that we wanted to really talk about.
It had to.
Yeah. And so next week we will have some Marvel and DC talk as we will go over the X-Men 97 trailer. Finally, hopefully get to that.
I just thought of something, Wizard. I next time I go to Domino's, I'm gonna drive up to the window and I'm gonna be like, did you know your CEO is a misogynist? Did you know they were hating on the new God of War game, which features a badass female character? And did you know, as a grunt employee in this company that has no power or influence, that I'm going to spend the next 30 minutes complaining about it to you and waste your fucking time?
So we'll have X-Men 97 finally. Also, James Gunn showed us the first look of Lex Luthor's mech suit in Man of Tomorrow.
I saw that.
So we'll go with that, as well as some set photos too, which shows a little bit of change to Superman's costume. And who knows what else. Plus, this weekend I'm gonna go see Masters of the Universe, so I'm gonna have a review of that next week. So, Jim tells you here at the buzzer, hello, Jim, and goodbye, Jim, as we will say, thank you for everyone
for stopping by. Thank you, Roygen. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Baki. Thank you, Ruby. Thank you, Noxie, for being here. Thank you, Danny from LA, for hopping on, becoming a whiz kid or a word player. We hope to see you in many more streams to come. Thank you, Mordred, for enlightening us with some mythology talk. What else do we have here? Juan was here earlier, and a series of bats as well. I believe that was everybody. But thank you, Jesker, for being here through what I'm sure is a tired, sleepy little Jesker boy.
Yeah. Babies are doing all right, though, man.
That's good. We will be back next week. Thank you all for coming, and I will see you all then.